The time is now 4:30 p.m. on Monday, December 8th. I hereby call this Special Affairs Committee meeting to order.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson is not in. Ms. Priestley? Present. Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns is not in. Ms. Mashat? Present. Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett?
Present.
You have 3 members present.
We have 3 members present. Madam Clerk. He said that's the liquid. Madam Clerk, we now have quorum.
Okay, let me see. It is now 4:40 p.m. and we will take another roll call. Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis?
Present.
Ms. Johnson? Present. Ms. Priestley? Present. Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns is not in. Ms. Mashat?
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in.
Oh.
Mr. Jarrett?
Present.
You have 5 members present.
We have 5 members present. It's now time for the reading of the disorderly person city code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of Flint City Code Section 31-10, disorderly conduct, assault, and battery, and disorderly persons will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given 1 warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meeting. Are there any requests for agenda changes and/or additions?
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman in the second ward.
I would like to add a discussion about Consumers Energy closing down their drive-through and their drop box to the agenda.
We can have a 15-minute discussion. We will order that after the discussion on the sign language interpreter. All right. Are there any more changes and/or additions? Seeing as how there are no more changes and/or additions, we now have a presentation from the Genesee County Land Bank. It's expected to be a 30-minute presentation to the Flint City Council and the community at large by the Genesee County Land Bank. I do believe there's a representative from the Land Bank with us today. And again, that is 30 minutes. And we will go ahead and turn it over to I'll let you introduce yourself. I was about to say it. Go ahead.
Hi. Excuse me. My name is Karma Lewis, and I am. Okay. All right. I'm Karma Lewis, Community Relations Manager for the Genesee County Land Bank. And I'm here to share some information, and hopefully I'll have all of the answers that you're asking for, but if I do not, I will get them to you in writing. As you know, the Genesee County Land Bank receives properties from the county treasurer after the previous owners have stopped paying their taxes and the property reverts back to the treasurer. The properties do not come to the land bank with any type of funding to address maintenance. The land bank currently holds 13,000 properties, formal tax foreclosed properties. We work very closely with partners, including the city, to secure resources to maintain those properties. Since 2004, the land bank has secured and invested over $260 million in grants for blight elimination and revitalization efforts inside the city of Flint. And thank you for the $16 million ARPA investment that allowed the land bank to leverage an additional $41 million from other partners, bringing the total grants to $57 million, allowing us to pursue 1,960 commercial and residential demolitions countywide. More than 90% of these demos are inside the city of Flint. With all structures funded directly with city ARPA dollars have been knocked down, we anticipate completing the invoices, payments, and reimbursements in the coming months. We aim to complete all other grant-funded demo projects by the end of 2026. Timeframes from individual demos continue to be updated on the Flint Property Portal. Okay, as of Friday, December 5th, we've had 1,773 blighted structures prioritized for demolition. 1,722 of those were residential and 51 were commercial, including 91 recent burned and dangerous emergency demos. We have demolished 1,506 structures. That includes 1,460 residential and 46 commercial. Under contract and in progress, we have 200 demolitions. There's 115 properties that are on bid or about to be released for bids. And we're preparing another 134 properties for demolition. We have managed to remove 88 structures from the demo list. Those structures were actually purchased by people that wanted to either put them back on the tax roll or they wanted to demo them themselves. As the ARPA and match-funded demolition program winds down the next year, we continue to actively pursue additional funding to address the remaining blighted structures. At present, about 1,455 land bank-owned structures still require demolition in the city of Flint alone, requiring us to secure additional funding. The land bank is currently using the Flint Property Portal to conduct a citywide housing condition inventory. The housing condition inventory was previously completed by the city of Flint. It updates and the conditions of more than 50,000 properties. This information will help to better understand the community-wide challenges and support planning for neighborhood revitalization, demolition, vacant land reuse, and home ownership. Once this inventory is complete, we will provide you with the details. About 85% of it is already complete. So once it's done, you'll have that information. Okay, and someone asked about blight. During the past year, we hired and trained 61 local maintenance crew and 22 full-time year-round team members. These crews inspect foreclosed properties, clear illegal dumping and debris, remove brush and dangerous limbs, clean out vacant properties to prepare them for sale, mow vacant properties, and respond to the resident complaints about vacant lots. We depend on our residents that reside in the neighborhoods to keep us updated on the property changes. If they see any type of issues, please let us know by going to our website, thelandbank.org, and click on the Report an Issue tab to let us know. That's what I have. Questions?
All right, thank you so much for that presentation. At this time, we will go ahead and open it up for any council members that may have questions. We're going to start with hopefully every council member just taking 2 minutes for now, and then we'll kind of go from there. Is there a council member with a question?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 4th Ward.
Good evening. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you being here. There's a lot of questions. In the fourth ward, you know, there's a lot of vacant structures, as well as a lot of, business, commercial properties, excuse me. I know that additional funding is being sought. I've been in many conversations with the county treasurer and with Michael Freeman and all this about this. Do we have any timeline as to when additional funding will be available, or are we waiting until this round of demos are being completed before more funding is sought, or is that a continual process?
It's an ongoing, I'm sorry, it's an ongoing process. I don't have any dates as of this moment, but we are, always looking, always hoping. We do have some grants out there. At least we've applied for grants, but whether or not we receive them, we don't know yet.
One of the major problems, other problems that I hear complaints about is people trying to purchase lots, side lots, and taking forever for that to happen. And is anything being changed down in the office to make that a better solution?
Yes. Actually, we're in the process of putting out, of accepting resumes. We're looking for someone they're looking to hire someone in the sales department. And when that happens, I can't say right now, but hopefully soon. I have been willing to help them out. People that have questions about what's taking so long, they are welcome to contact me, and I can check it out on their behalf.
Okay, thank you. I'll yield.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to ask any questions?
Hi, good afternoon. Madam Chair,
Councilwoman in the third ward.
oh, sorry. Glad you came out today. You knew I really don't have questions, but I just want to make sure that the information kind of gets out there for the people. I know a lot of people ask me about properties and where they're at on the demolition list is there funding for it? But you also have a website called Flint Portal, correct?
Flint Property Portal.
Flint Property
Yes.
Portal? Okay,
Yes.
so how do the residents put that on their phones and download that?
It's an app. So they'd have to go, depending on if it's Android or
Apple?
iPhone, Apple, yes. They go to whatever store that they go to and look up Flint Property Portal, and they download it onto their phone. And if they have any questions on how to use it, I'm available for that too.
Okay.
Now, I normally work with a lot of residents concerning that. That's the route I like. I'm a one-on-one type person.
Right.
And so they're more than welcome to give me a call or email, or I'd say stop by the office, but I'm not always in the office.
And you can't get upstairs either, right?
Exactly. So just let me know if they want to come.
Okay, and the next question that I have for you, as fast as we cleaned up properties this year, and we all know that, they continuously to put trash on it, even where you guys have cameras stored. Are those cameras, do y'all take them up when the winter comes, or are they year-round?
They're year-round, but they may not necessarily be in the same place.
Okay. And what can we do if we see people illegally dumping, which is if it's on land bank? Because land bank has property and Flint City has property. What can we do in regards to people illegally dumping if we catch them?
That
Are we
would
able
be-
to take pictures? Are you guys able to prosecute them? What are the penalties for illegal dumping?
You would actually have to call 911 or call the local law enforcement. We do not have security on our staff to go out there and do anything when people are dumping in process.
But
I mean,
that's it. But thank you so much. Job well done. I know you guys have crews out there in the summertime doing the clean and green, and you guys do a great job. Just keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like the floor?
Madam Chair.
Councilman in the 8th Ward.
Hello, thank you for joining us this evening. A couple of quick questions, just as budget-wise and our goals and matrix or metrics on what was planned versus what is being delivered. So you're saying that we've demoed, completed today residential 1,400 some? Is that correct?
Residential, yes, 1460.
1,460.
Yes.
And my quick math, you had about 450 either being bid or getting ready to be sent out to bid, is that correct?
There's 200 that's under contract and in progress,
Okay,
and then there's 115 that's either on bid or about to be released for bid.
okay.
And then another 134 that's being prepared to go out for bid.
So 450-ish, and then, so that gives me a rough number of 1,900 total. So does that mean that the 1,900 is all the dollars expended, or we still have dollars or ones to be put out to bid after these 1,900?
No, that, it's already been put out. This process, okay. The ones for the ARPA funds, that's complete. Those have already been out. We are invoicing, doing the final invoicing, so the work has already been done.
What do you mean? So 1,400, so all of the ARPA dollars are done?
Yes,
Because we were promised 2,200 under the ARPA dollars.
okay. I'm not sure what you were promised, but I just know that
I'm like,
those are.
that's every news outlet in the city and in some outside of the city that the 16 million, we were 2,200, and now you're saying it was only basically a little bit more than half of what was promised?
1,500 structures have been demoed for the city of Flint.
Oh.
1,460 were residential, 46 were
Yeah,
commercial.
I'm understanding that. I'm just trying to figure out how we're so far upside down from 2,200 of what was promised when we gave the money versus, I'm gonna say 1,500.
It's
So we're,
basically cost. A
we're
lot of
set-
the costs did increase.
but 700 structures light on what was promised, and we gave all of these dollars when most of the inflation had already incurred. They cost 50% more to demo these houses than what? I mean, because the residents were promised roughly around 2,200 structures, and now we're throwing the towel in at 1,500. I think that's a 50% under promise.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Point of information.
What is your point of
I've-
information?
I've been in a couple of meetings with the land bank and the administration, as a couple of weeks ago, actually, I was in one. And I think that the number of properties that are coming down is still the number that was requested, but it's that the bidding process goes out in chunks. And so my understanding from those meetings is that those number of houses are still coming down. I don't think that it's quite clear on the funding, how they're billing out the expenses, but those are still coming down.
So do you have funding for 2,200? I'm not sure whether there was a question in there, but do you guys have the funding for the 2,200?
That I'm not sure. I can't answer that right now, but I'll check and find out.
Okay. Because I believe that with the ARPA that we gave and that Mott gave, like, I'm looking at the city press release, and this will fund demolition for 2,200 land bank properties. w- What was the, do you know what were the cost overruns that were 50% higher than?
I'm sorry.
What
say
were
that.
the cost overruns that were 50% higher than
That
expected?
I don't know. That I don't know. I don't have that. But I can check and let you know. That's okay?
Okay. I mean, I think this is going to break some news that we're 700 properties short of what was promised. So,
Right.
so you're saying that the average demolition was, if we only got 1,500, the average demolition was $10,000?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I think you're breaking news tonight, and there's going to be a lot of very, huh? 10 is not low. There's going to be a lot of angry people. Thank you. I yield.
Thank you. Is there anyone else?
Madam Chair,
Councilman in the Ninth Ward.
thank you. Good evening, how are you?
Hi, pretty good.
I guess my first question is this. The 1,500 demolitions that have taken place between the commercial and the residential, when we say that the money has been expended and you're finalizing invoices, is that only for the 16 million that we provided, or does that include the leverage funds as well?
No, that's for the 16 million that you provided.
Okay, so there's another 40,
Yes, there is more, yes.
there's another 40, and how much of that is dedicated to the city of Flint?
That I don't have. One second, let me find an ink pen.
Okay, because there might, it sounds like there may be more demolition to come.
Sorry about that.
So we haven't expended the entire pot of money, including the leverage funds.
Correct.
Okay, now, was that pot of money, 56 million or so, was it all to be for demolition, or were there other maintenance and those type of allocations as well?
As far as I know, it was all for demolition.
Okay.
But 10% of that, of the 57 million, was out county. 90% of it was for the city.
Okay. And when we're talking about the demolition being complete in 26, that does not include the other 40 million?
Correct. That includes, the funding that will complete by the end of 26 includes the additional 41 million.
So it does
It
include
yes.
the.
Correct.
Oh, okay, so I'm just in my mind sort of adding things up. So over how many years have we been doing demolition with the ARPA monies? When did we,
I'm not sure.
okay.
I'm hoping you guys will have a better answer to that, because I'm not sure when
I'm
they
trying to
came.
understand if we've completed 1,500 over the last several years. How are we, is it likely or feasible that we can expend 41 million in
Request for information.
demolitions in?
What's your point of information?
Are you aware that the first demo that they did was April of 2013?
2013?
No, 2023, my
I was
bad.
gonna say, not with ARPA
2023.
money. Yeah.
April of 2023.
So about 1,500 over 2 years, or because 2.5, because the 16 has already been expended. They're invoicing for that. I don't know if my train of thought is making sense to anyone else, but I'm thinking that it's going to be difficult to expend 41 million in a year when it took 16 or 2.5 years to expend.
Part of the 41 million has been expended. It's just all of it has not been expended. It's a total of 57 million altogether.
So these 1,500 demos, are those the total number of demos that you've done or the total number that you've assigned to the city of Flint's ARPA dollars?
Those are the total that has been completed and assigned to the city of Flint.
And the ARPA dollars,
Correct.
but not necessarily the leverage dollars.
Part of it, yes.
Okay. I yield.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to add to the discussion? I'll go ahead and take some time. And so you said it's only costing about $22,000 for you all to demolish homes? I mean, excuse me, $10,000 for you all to demolish homes?
No, I don't think I said that. Per house, I'm not sure. I can find out.
Where did
Per
I get
home.
that 10,000 number from you? Okay.
Cost per home.
Okay. But I would imagine, because I know that it costs the city a bit more than that to demolish homes. And so I'm just wondering if you run around or about the same amount that the city, you don't know. Okay. My next question is, obviously the land bank, they have that new development downtown next to us, was still downtown. And I'm just wondering, because in the past, one of the things that people have had issues with, which my colleague brought up, was people being able to purchase homes. And so I'm just wondering if you all are now in the development game and people want to purchase lots where there's a lot of empty land, how are you doing that? I mean, because it would seem that the residents should still be able to purchase purchase the land if they still want to purchase it. So how does that work?
Definitely. We have applications that they can come and fill out to purchase property within the city. We wish more people would definitely do that.
So I do know, thank you for your answer. I do know that residents have tried and have been told if you're not adjacent to said lot that you can't purchase it. And that also residents have been told that some lots were being held back for development. And so I just want to make sure that, let's start at the beginning. What is the motto of the land bank? Because I know initially the land bank was not put in place to develop. And so how does this work now that the land bank has decided to be developers? Because there are a lot more stringent rules on how people can and cannot purchase property. And I just don't want it to be because of a competing interest that people are not allowed to purchase property.
Now, I think there's a misconception. The side lot program is specifically for homeowners to purchase adjacent side lot. But if someone wanted to purchase property that was not a side lot, they are able to do that. It's just, they have to purchase it at market rate. They would not get because I believe the side lot is like less than $100 for that one adjacent
No,
property.
I'm talking about property overall. I'm not even talking about, because that was one of the reasons that I decided to use the term that they were told that they had to be adjacent to it, when obviously there is a lot of land and properties that people are not necessarily near, because you have blocks and blocks of property for the land bank.
Right.
And so, again, there have been people who were told that certain things were marked for development, and so they couldn't purchase. And so I'm just trying to understand how that works.
If they want to develop it, they're more than welcome to purchase it. But it's not the way it is, if there's there's some areas of Flint where there's an entire block.
Correct.
That's vacant. They're not trying to sell a lot, an individual lot, off that block they would prefer someone to come in and develop the entire block instead of just a small piece of it. Do you follow what I'm saying?
I understand exactly what you're saying, yes. And so is there a discount that comes with me purchasing a whole block, or am I just buying a whole block at full price, especially when I just might have only wanted the corner, or maybe I just wanted two of the parcels?
It is at market rate.
So no discount, okay. And then, I know the answer to this, but I know a lot of community members, and congratulations on having 22 full-time crew. That's actually really happy that's actually really good news. And then also with the 61 local maintenance people, that's good to hear as well, because one of the issues that we do run into is with land bank property. And I know you said that you all have 13,000 properties owned by the land bank, right? And I think you said 60% of that is in Flint. No, that was the demo numbers, but you had 13,000 owned by the land bank in the city of Flint.
Correct.
Right. And so I know that's a lot of property to keep up with, especially if you only have like 61 people or only 22 people doing something. And so what happens when you have land bank property where the trees are, now growing onto someone else's fence or the brush or something, and that it happens to be a problem for someone else's property? And sometimes residents are told that it will be taken care of, but then we're a year or 2 years out, and then it's still, they don't do the pass-through. And I understand why, you may be limited to how many times a year you can, but what happens then?
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm.
So okay.
Now-
Go ahead.
If that tree or whatever it is about to damage someone's home, we will send someone out there. But there's,
Or like the fencing, because sometimes like it overgrows.
and some of those would be the responsibility of that homeowner.
If it's
There's-
if you're,
Even if it's,
go ahead.
okay, if there's a tree on the land bank property,
Mm-hmm.
and if that tree is going to fall, we will come out there and take care of that. But if it's some limbs that's growing onto the neighboring property, it's the neighboring property owner that would have to take care of that part of that tree that's on their property. I know, I don't like it either.
Is there a reimbursement program if I'm taking care of your tree?
No, because they consider it as you're taking care of the part that's on your property. And whatever is on your property would be your responsibility.
Understood, but here's the thing, it wouldn't be on my property if you were taking care of it. So if, you see what I'm saying? And not you, Karma, but
Yeah, I know.
Land Bank, the entity. So, okay. And then I know that there are partnership opportunities with the community. I do want to give you an opportunity to talk about that, because the Land Bank does have a lot of good opportunities for partnership with the community. So if you want to take some time to just kind of talk about some of the programs that you all have.
Well, one of my favorite programs is the Clean and Green.
Okay.
The Clean and Green program, and that's where residents are encouraged to participate. Resident groups, some of our council people are a part of that also, and they receive a stipend for maintaining each property. One full land bank property would receive a $25
I want you to be
stipend.
able to finish, and Councilwoman Burns just walked in. Can we do 10 more minutes? What does everybody think about that?
Motion to extend 10 minutes.
Thank you. Is there support? Moved and probably supported by the councilman in the first ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin? Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, the Clean and Green program is where we have community groups, church groups, neighborhood associations that maintain at least 25 properties throughout their own individual neighborhoods. And they receive a $25 stipend per property. And this year, it seemed to work out pretty well. We had majority of the North Flint was covered by these different groups, and that gave the land bank crews more opportunity to go through the entire city. And normally they get through the city once, maybe twice. This year, they were able to start a fourth go-around throughout the city.
That's pretty good, because I know normally they're only may be able to do too, so that's pretty good. Did I hear you correctly when you said there's a stipend provided for park adopters?
No,
No, not
These
park
are the
adopters, but
clean and
excuse me,
green.
lot
Yeah,
of park,
yes.
lot adopters, not park,
Yes.
lot adopters.
yes, the ones that are maintaining these properties through the Clean and Green program.
Okay. So I don't think anyone else, I thought maybe someone else might have wanted the floor. Councilman Alameen, do
I'd
you?
like the floor.
All righty.
Thank you. So, Ms. Lewis, a question for you. So I heard you talking about the trees that hang over the property. Now, what if we have dilapidated land bank property? Because we have a constituent, she comes down here constantly, named April Stone. And a land bank property, garage is leaning on her property and it's compromising her fence.
Have her to give me a call. I can give you the phone number to pass along to her,
Go ahead.
and I'll be able to work with her. 810-429-2674.
Go ahead.
Let me make sure I'm giving you the right number. Eight 810-429-2674.
2674. Okay,
Yes.
thank you so much.
And that is for any City of Flint resident that has any question, because I know a lot of them hear it. I'll repeat it one more time. 810-429-2674.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Lewis. Thank you, Madam Chair.
All righty. Councilwoman Burns, I know you said you did want the floor. Councilman Alameen, you also didn't take any time, so when she's done, it's open to you if you would like. Councilwoman Burns, go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, Karma, how are you?
Pretty good, thank you.
One quick question, because I know you are always readily available and you always take calls, and I appreciate that you do that. My question is something that is recent. The number, I am really concerned about the number of homeless people in these properties and the properties that they're setting on fire. Is there someone who is going around checking them? Because what I have learned with the ladies with the Color of Law Coalition, literally picking up a homeless man, Tanya Jones gave her boots off her feet to a young lady, which I learned when they don't have shoes on, mostly those women are trafficked. But there are people living in those homes. I mean, literally places that I have ridden by. I have technically 3 on Ballinger. I have people living in a land bank property, and it's near a food source because they eat out the dumpster. And so, and I think this problem is bigger than you, it's bigger than council. It is literally something that has to be worked on together. But what is the policy? Because I almost feel like when you put them out, the shelters don't have room. So what is the land bank's policy on homeless people if they're living in the homes? Because I get it all the time when people say, oh, there's squatters living next door. But then too, and they tend to stay in homes which have natural fireplaces so that they can burn a fire for warmth. So what is the land bank's policy on that?
When I started working at the land, before I started working at the land bank, I knew squatters was a problem, but once I started working there, I realized it's a bigger problem than I imagined. And people, what we are trying not to do is make this, homelessness is not a crime.
Right.
And we've connected with the resources. I have connected with the resources that are out there in order to get these resources to people. We have not been legally evicting people, because once we tell them that you cannot stay here, they leave. Whether or not they go to a different land bank property, that We think that is really what's happening. They leave for one property and go to another. We've been working with GHS to get people help.
So
That's where we are right now.
So it is a big problem in the majority of these properties. We went, and the ladies have been going back feeding the homeless, which they're living, and literally they come out from places it is unimaginable. It is a bigger problem than I ever thought. It's heartbreaking. When people live, their food source is a dumpster. And so I will follow up with you, but that's, and it's hard when I get a resident say, well, they're squatters, and I know the shelters are full, that they are not taking people. And then I had a conversation Friday, which was, hey, we will take the women and we'll take the children, but the men are kind of going to have to be on their own. And that's what I was told. If they're out there, and it's cold. And so I will follow up with you, and we'll have a conversation, because the city needs to work with the land bank to develop a plan. We've got almost 400 churches here to request the churches to open up their doors. You got to have the heat on anyways. To open their doors to allow them to come in. If we get one church for one day a week, that's only 7 churches, and if we can get volunteers. But our homeless problem is huge, and a lot of them, they know their land bank properties, and that was just my concern. And then also with the fires. Is the land bank, have they initiated or requested an investigation for all the arson fires? We were out feeding the homeless, Rankin, Genesee Street, literally from McClellan to Hamilton. That square was just ablaze. I mean, every fire truck and then other communities were there to help, other agencies. I mean, is anyone initiating, hey, we need an investigation to find this arsonist?
Yes. We have a gentleman on staff. His name is Dwayne. He's been spearheading that particular effort.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For that.
Thank you. Mr. Alamine, you are the final person who has not had a chance to,
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ms.
I don't know
Lewis,
if you
how
wanted
doing?
to.
My only question, I get a lot of calls from residents, a lot of blighted properties and things like that. And a lot of times I work with the Blight Department, I also work with you guys over at Land Bank, spoke with Nick, Michael, everyone. A big issue though, what we're running into is like if I reach out to the city and we find out it's a land bank property, they can't touch it. And then vice versa. If I reach out to land bank, if it's a city property, they say they can't touch it because of policies. My question is, are you guys having any conversation to maybe coordinate that better, regardless who owns the property, maybe put something in place so we can like just take care of the problem and get it done, get the blight and things eliminated, or properties boarded up where these burnt up structures and things are?
No, I do know that the land bank and the city's blight department already work together. If there's a property that the city is working on and there's a problem, a land bank property next to it that there's an issue, they will give us a call and let us know while they're there so we can work together on that. That has been happening.
Okay. I just think it definitely needs to be a little more coordination, because it's several, and we get this back and forth. Residents will reach out, and I'm trying to assist them, and it's like we keep running into these roadblocks. I don't know where it's maybe the ball is dropping, but definitely if you can look into that, greatly appreciate it.
Okay. You wrote my number down. Give that number to, now, Michael Freeman, he normally works with you guys, from what I understand. I tend to work with residents, so if you get tired of them calling you, give them my number. I'm here. And then we have some new flyers coming out. I printed a copy for you guys, so at least you can see them ahead of time. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. We do thank you so much for coming in and speaking with council. This special order was per the the council finance chair and myself. So thank you for your time. I do ask, because we're going to go into public comment, there may be some comments that they want to make regarding that. If you could just stick around at least until after council response, that would be great. Sure will. Thank you so very much. It is now time for public comment. Members of the public who wish to address the city council or its committees must register before the meeting begins. A box was placed at the entrance to the council chambers for a collection of registrations. No additional speakers or slips will be accepted after the meeting begins. Members of the public shall have no more than 3 minutes per speaker during public comment, with only one speaking opportunity per speaker. First public speaker, Madam Clerk.
First speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Hello, Councilman. I'm R.L. Mitchell. I live at 759 East Linden Avenue. For the record, last week, to you, Madam President, to Lavina City Clerk, we had a scare last week because they said you was in the little man downstairs sending you back to college to get some more education, and they almost broke up the form. Thanks to the third ward, she walked in. She didn't know about she saved the council meeting. And after the council meeting, about the land bank situation, what the lady just got through talking about, it's a situation over there by Golden Gate. Hey, Breck was over there this morning. It's a house over there. It's a handicapped woman. 6 houses on the block. And the land bank called itself, punished the lady because she had trees growing through a little fence. And they sent 2-hour council ladies over there. But the slum landlords gave them jumped on them, and they had to use their hand, and they just noticed there. And what I hear about this lady land bank trying to take up for the people, they usually send them to court, give them a $250 ticket, and a tree over there, and the woman, and Miss Burns said she got to go to court, and yeah, she was one of them, but the 5th ward woman went over there first. Miss Burns, and then the land banks called themselves getting away with people's properties and putting them out, and they end up going to this house over in the east side, Miss Priestley, and they become like them kidnapped people, all them living in the house, and certain people's put them out on making money for them. Nobody's saying nothing about it. Barefooted people's and they call it, I can't, the name they call it for, I can't even call it right now. I don't know what that, but another thing, through you, Madam Chair, to the President, Lavina Donahue, I went after you talking about the property in the middle of downtown Flint, I was taken to a nightclub last other night, but I was having such good time. The peoples of color own it right in this town thanks to the land bank, but one of my councilmen, a big dark guy, I can't think, Woodson, he was in charge, but I was enjoying myself. He had pretty women in there like you, about 8 of them, but I was concerned about the popo, because Woodson gonna get his lick back. They come and body spraying people with bear spray because they don't want to darky there. But I found out the council lady left her phone in the car. And that's when I say, we got to go, because you don't know, help us go. And then,
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Stanley Wood.
Thanks for the 10th Ward Councilman over there. Couple things. The ordinance 250414T. I kind of agree with Ms. Priestley here. This should be a thing that if somebody wants to take these days off, probably should use their PTO for that. Federal government employees don't get that time off. We're also trying to choose to give some people this benefit, but not others. We're talking about making this be the building downtown here to give these people the opportunity, and I don't think that's right. Then the special order discussion about sign language, it's definitely needed. I want to share something I thought was interesting that I seen online today. That a lady that came here to the city hall to do some business, and on her way out, she thought she'd stop and get a water filter, because you know our water ain't safe. She asked for it. The lady asked her for her ID, took all her information down, and told her to go out there and grab a box under the Christmas tree that says Merry Christmas. She opens it up, and it's water filters. What the hell is going on there? And ironically, the picture was, or the wrapping paper was of the Grinch. That was really fitting. Arson. Obviously, we know it's a big problem around here, and in my opinion, I think one of the councilmen was making a joke, or councilwoman, said, okay, the evidence is here, now what, with googly eyes? Maybe that person could get a hold of her arsonist person and find out if he's doing any of these. I don't know. But arson is a serious problem here in Flint. And then for the people that believe that the first ward councilman is innocent until proven guilty, he should be having his trial by now, but his lawyer's trying to find a better deal. You don't find a better deal for somebody that's innocent. You find a better deal so they do less time in prison or plea bargain down to, you know, just a misdemeanor or something like that. Just my opinion.
Thank you. Is there anyone, sorry, next public speaker.
The next speaker is David Peachy.
Yeah, Dave Peachy from the 4th Ward. I want to make some comments on the land bank. The land bank is the biggest ripoff this city's ever seen, and they're getting away with it. I live on the east side. Every other house has been burned down. Whole corner is burned down, right? Foundations, all is there. During this summer, they'd come over, and there's a practice over there. What they do, be on a corner lot. There'd be maybe 2, 3 houses that's burnt right down. They'll take one house, in the middle maybe, and clean it all up. Then leave the 2 vacant, they're right there with the heavy equipment. They could get all 3 of them, or 2 of them, 1 of them. They leave them corner lots a mess. They haven't improved the neighborhood. They've cleaned up some of it, made it look good. And she knows what I'm talking about. She don't say nothing, but she knows what I'm talking about. And it's so bad. They haven't improved a damn thing over there. There's houses that's been burnt for 10 years. Still sitting there on a corner lot, but the house, 100 feet away, they clean up. But the neighborhood still looks bad. People want to buy them properties, but would you buy a property if the lot wasn't cleaned up? I don't care how nice one is next to it. You can't build anything. You can't sell it, but it doesn't improve the neighborhood. I've seen that equipment over there sit, big bobcats, backhoes, everything, sit on a lot for a week, maybe even longer. I've seen these trailers come in that's got to haul all this junk away. Double trailers, but they only fill one, then they pull away, then come back, 2 or 3 hours later. We're paying for all that stuff. It's got to be costing a fortune to leave equipment sitting around like that. But my point is, they're not improving the neighborhood. It looks like they're doing something, but they're not. Matter of fact, they're burning more houses down. They just burned another one down yesterday on Franklin, or on Davison Road. There's no end to it. And you talk about squatters. Leave them squatters in there and burn the house down. They're the ones causing the problem. Yesterday, I was driving by one on Bennett. Don't sit there and laugh. There's a vacant house sitting there, been sitting there for years and years. It's been pretty nice. Well, I caught 2 black guys coming out of there yesterday with all the wiring. They stripped the wiring off. And I said, we stripped another house, and they told me to get, whatever. But I see this. Right next to that house, they've cleaned 2 lots out, and they drive all the way from Bennett right down to the Broadway. They've created a road to go from one place to the other. Nobody stops them. Land Bank owns that property. They should be responsible for it. And it just bullshit. Just come over there and see it sometime. I got pictures right now on my phone.
Mr.
that shows
Peachy,
you
can we
houses
stop this
that have
time,
been burnt,
please?
that they fell right down.
Mr.
Wait a minute,
Peachy?
they have
Mr.
fallen right in.
Peachy?
They've been sitting there for at least 5 years.
Mr.
right there.
Peachy.
Thank you.
All right. Next public speaker.
The next speaker is Sister Audrey Bahamut.
He's funny. He's funny. Good evening. Couple of things that I would like to address. One is, and I will be following up with the Flint City Police Department. I filed a complaint on October the 31st. I know officers are here from a harassment from an officer who came here in the council chambers and harassed other people, but he was at my house. I did contact Councilwoman Tanya Burns about it, haven't heard no follow-up from the sergeant who took the complaint, because he found out that the officer didn't have his camera on him, period, nor did he have his camera on. Couldn't find any tracking or anything from his body cam. But I showed him on my house cameras where this officer was in the driveway, and I addressed him by his name. So the sergeant probably haven't contacted me because they're probably trying to figure out a way to cover it up. So I will be following up with that, but I just wanted you all to know that Flint City Police, I do not okay or agree with you all getting any more money till you start handling properly the citizens of Flint and taking care of them. Number 2, council slips that's back in the back. How come there's only 5 being put out? Is that even legal? That's a question for the legal team. Why are you all only putting out 5 and trying to limit the citizens of Flint from coming up and voicing their rights to complain or their concerns? You don't put out slips 5 at a time. You put the slips out, and then when they get through and they're gone through, then that's one thing. Then you take them up. But put 5 out at a time, it's like you're trying to control the citizens of Flint. But remember, it's the citizens' tax dollars that's paying your salaries. And then to address the arson, that's a big problem. But the city police, wasn't they given a camera footage of the gentleman who burnt up St. Mark's and still haven't followed through with it? What are you doing, Flint City Police Department? You all have to do better by the citizens of Flint. Let's be real. If we got an arson on the loose, you all know, and it's probably cameras around. Because when the campaign headquarters burned down, there were cameras around there on the churches. There was cameras on people's houses, and did anybody go to those houses and demand the cameras? You'll demand it if you want to go and get information and see who's selling drugs or who's doing whatever they want to do around there. You'll go ask for that camera footage, but no one went and asked for the camera footage. There's a house right across the street from that campaign headquarters, and they were never asked for the camera footage.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
Next speaker is Rich Jones.
Is he still here?
How y'all doing today? This something been on my mind for a long time, and that's the 3 minutes that we are allowed to speak. Because, I often talk to members who residents of our city, who used to frequent this city council chambers when it used to be a whole lot of interaction between the city council and the residents of Flint. And they told me that it was once a time where a resident would come up here and say something, and it would actually be interaction between that resident and the city council. And something else that is crazy, y'all only have 2 minutes to address us. And I talked to my sister, Miss Claire, last Wednesday, and I said, you know what? Me and you, we going neck to neck on coming up to the elector and not get none of they 2 minutes. But you will give somebody that bring props 2 minutes, somebody that just has really nothing to do with city business to keep it real, far as improving the quality of life for the residents. And I just ask that y'all really start putting the residents first. A lot of y'all decisions are personal decisions, not what's best for the residents. That gotta stop. Before I end, I am in need of some help. Donald Trump has hit me too. Normally put out enough money to get 150 t-shirts with color designs that I like. This time, the 150 turned into 100, and the color design dropped down to black and white. So I appreciate y'all. And also, I got my Feed 60, that's coming up Christmas Eve. Still need donations to make sure that's gonna happen. And then on March the 14th, we have our It Ain't Just You concerts that are coming up. So just remember my Cash App, and it's capital U, capital F, capital T, capital L, and that stands for Uniting Flint Through Love. Thank you.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The final speaker for this meeting is Tanya Jones.
Good evening. My name is Tanya Jones, the advocating for my son that's part of the opioid crisis. And I'm here to say, now coming here for the opioid crisis, I'm not trying to save everybody. In the Bible it says everybody's not a chosen one. So when I'm out here with the homeless and we're all together trying to help the people, I know the houses we've been pointing out to the houses, the spots, the potholes where they at. And I want to just play something. Because we're going out here, today is one of the homeless boys, young man birthday, Chris' birthday. So when we leave here, we're going to see him. And I'm not saying like drug houses, that's for the cops to do. It's not even for us to do. We're just trying to feed them, find out, you know what I'm saying, why they don't want to go to the shelters. So I want to take this time and play this message. This is one of the young men out there. Money, yeah. So you need to tell me what's going on if you don't feel like it. If that's you just prefer to be out here, but they, if they treat you like shit, just voice it. You human still.
So this is I ain't going to the Center of Hope either, because really it started at Center of Hope. A guy had sexually assaulted me in my street and I beat him real bad.
Shut the fuck up.
And then they ended up letting the asshole stay there after they banned me, and nobody put right up on it, not Miss Mary, not the staff that was there the night it happened. So it's kind of like it never existed. So,
it exists. No, it exists. Well, you got No, you should. You know what I'm saying? You gotta protect yourself. And even if you are here like this, that shouldn't happen. No. So no, you know what I'm saying? You protecting yourself because you know what happened to you. You know what I'm saying? I can see every time you and your sound mind, Well, you got my number, call me tomorrow. So my point is people out here hurting. Everybody's not on drugs. I meet people, my son is on drugs, so everybody's not on drugs. Circumstances happen. Some people can lose their job. Depression is real. Mental health is real. So I'm saying, whatever you guys out here, you know what I'm saying, would y'all take that serious? My main focus was my son, but like I said, I'm working to save. Everybody don't have nobody to advocate for him. So I'm not trying to be out here like, I just look for the council. Make sure in November next year, you know what I'm saying, make sure you get out here and vote, make some changes, and it's about the people. Have a good night.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, you said that was the final public speaker, correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. It is now time for council response. Council members may respond once to all public speakers, only after all public speakers have spoken. An individual council member's response shall be limited to 2 minutes. Is there anyone who would like the floor during council response?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 4th Ward.
So I want to address Mr. Peachy's comments, because he comes up and complains frequently, deservedly so, about what he sees in his neighborhood, because he doesn't live in a street that's been well maintained by the land bank and all their properties. I have discussed your concerns directly with the land bank, 2 weeks ago, I was in a meeting, like I said earlier, with the land bank and the city officials, and we talked about the road between Bennett and Broadway, and also the property where it looked like they were camping out in that. And I've asked for barricades to go across that road and to do something. So they were going to investigate that, but I have not followed up with that because it's only been a week and a half. So I wanted to let you know that I do follow up, but it does take some time, and I expect them to take at least 3 weeks to do anything. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response? Councilwoman in the second ward, you have the floor.
Thank you so much. And I would like to just address Mr. Wood, because I know that he spoke about the wrapping of the filters. And it was posted on social media, who was responsible for that. And so our public health director, she's right in the back if you would like those answers. And you can speak to her directly, because we know that the mayor is responsible for a lot, but we don't want to pin everything on the mayor, especially when we can get good information. So, Ms. Ward, could you just raise your hand so she can see who you are? Yeah, so if you're concerned about those filters and the tree, you can direct your comments to her. So thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response?
Madam Chair,
Councilman in the first ward.
just like to thank everyone who came to speak today. I just want to highlight, we got a great event coming up on December 23rd at the Mays Senior Community Center. It'll be my second annual holiday party. All is invited to attend. We're going to have a men's fashion show. We're going to have food there. We're going to have live music. We're going to be taking photos. It's going to be a great opportunity to really engage and socialize with the community. So I just want to encourage everyone to come out and have a good time and have some good interaction. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response? Seeing as how there's no one else who wishes to speak during council response, I will go ahead and take my time. I do want to thank the Land Bank once again for coming and speaking with residents, coming to just give a presentation. I do want to provide that number for you one more time as well that Ms. Karma Lewis provided if you want to get in contact with the Land Bank. That's 810-429-2674. That's 810-429-2674 if you are looking to get in contact with the Land Bank. There's also a website, I had it pulled up, but there's an online form that residents can complete regarding the tree on the land bank property that's going to fall over onto their property. You can visit www.thelandbank.org/report-an-issue. That's landbank.org/report-an-issue if you need to report a tree or anything that is on your property. And I think that is all the time that I need. And so I will go ahead and yield my time. It is now time for the consent agenda. What is the pleasure of the body?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the fourth ward.
Send to council.
There is a motion by the councilwoman in the fourth ward to send the consent agenda to council with separations if any are needed. Is there support? Supported by the councilman in the first ward. Are there any separations? Councilwoman in the sixth ward.
250389.
Okay. Any further separations?
Madam Chair.
Councilman in the eighth ward.
250414.
All righty. Any further?
What was that one that you? Okay. Thank you.
All right. Any other separations? Seeing as how there are no more separations, this is the roll call vote to send the consent agenda, which consists of appointment 250412-T, which is the reappointment to Hurley Board of Hospital Managers, Corinne Edwards, to council. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent.
It's not funny.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is not in. The vote is 7 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 7 yes, 0 no. That is moved to council. Moving on to the first separated resolution, 250389-T.
Madam Chair.
What is the pleasure of the body? Is to grant extension budget amendment. Councilwoman Priestley.
Send to council.
There is a motion by Councilwoman Priestley to send to council. Is there support?
Support.
Moved and properly supported by Councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Is there discussion in the first round?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
Do we have,
Yes, I believe Ms. Brown is back there, and she will join us at the lectern.
thank you. So I'm gonna get started, it's about 30 seconds, I know we lose. For the wall, I didn't print it. I want to know, when we talk about, because we have a severe gang problem, and this was since 2022, the grant. I mean, how are we measuring the effectiveness of it? Because we have a gang problem, we have a gun violence problem, and what are we doing besides, let's go to a meeting, you know, what are we doing for like violence interrupters? What are we doing that's working? Because last year, 2024, 10 children in the city of Flint were shot. I believe 6 fatal. No one's talking about our children. We have a gun violence epidemic, and it's against them. And when I look at this from 2022, I mean, if this happened in another city the same size, it would be on everybody's news. There would be a rush to do something about it. 10 children shot in 1 year is a lot. And some were shot sleeping at home in their beds. So when we look at this, and I didn't know that this one existed, we did get the email, but what are we doing what are you doing to make effective change?
So we did implement our peer mediation program in collaboration with Flint Schools in January of this year, which we're actually on a standstill because we haven't had our no-cost extension approved, and we're supposed to be going back into schools next month. And we also have allocated up to $450,000 for the community-based organizations that actually do community violence intervention, and that's also at a standstill. So we haven't been able to choose those organizations due to the government shutdown. So that was a pause, and now we have the no-cost extension pause as well. So we haven't been able to choose those organizations.
So what are the organizations that have worked with before?
So that was the information that I sent over in the email, which showed the organizations that were awarded, how much they were awarded, their quarterly report, as well as their final report.
Okay, I don't have my laptop with me because it's not working. So I will ask, and to you, Measure, to the clerk, if someone could print me out a copy, I would appreciate it. That way I can have that to look at.
Okay. And so the organizations that we will be choosing from would actually apply for funding back in September. So that all of these things.
Is this with the Faith Foundation, or was that a part of it?
Faith Foundation was one that applied.
Okay, and so this would be funding to re-up these programs?
Yes, to continue this work. And that's only up until September of 2026. So we literally have about 9 months to get the funding out and make sure programming happens, or we're gonna have to send federal funds back, so.
Why did we wait so long? I mean, we've had a uptick, this is 2022.
Yeah, it's been a lot of back and forth with the DOJ as far as like when a new administration came in. That's what Seamus spoke to back in November, and then we had the government shutdown, which further extended that, and now we are at the no-cost extension being paused, so.
And I can see 2024, and that's going to be, but this is 2022. I mean, that was a lot of time that was lost. I mean, it's no secret. We have got a gun violence problem.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And so if you look, so I meet with state officials and other CVI offices, And they can even speak to it as well. Implementation of CVI programs take up to anywhere from 2 to 5 years to successfully implement in the city. And so we're actually going into what would have been year 3, but because of the DOJ and the back and forth with all of those things and the government shutdown, this is technically our year 4, which would be this extension. So it doesn't happen overnight. The gun problem didn't happen overnight. The ending or the decreasing of it is not going to happen overnight as well. But we're on the ground. We're doing the work. I don't do this just for a paycheck. Like, I'm really in it, like boots on the ground.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak in the first round of discussions? Anybody in the second round of discussion?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
Stay up here.
Yeah, because I've talked to these parents, and I've seen people dead, and their kids and fathers, you know, and I've been to homes where the bullet was this far from a 3-year-old's bed as he laid in the bed. And so, I mean, and I'm looking at this in 2020, I get maybe a year, and now it's let's use these funds. But how do you, because this is only a percentage of the pay. So, and I'm gonna print those, I know this will go over to council. But my question, how do you separate, because this is for gun violence, but you get paid out of other pots of money.
No, I get paid specifically from the CVI grant.
Well, other people, and then on here, I think it only has a portion of your pay on it, I believe you had told us.
And that's because after the cyber attack, it messed up the BSNA system, but we do have the corrected budget that is that is approved through the DOJ.
Okay, is that what you sent to us also?
That was not requested.
Okay, how long would it take for you to get that to us?
It wouldn't take long, but I can give you those numbers.
I mean, do you want to?
What do you want to know? The remaining amount is for salaries?
Yes, like we did ask for salary. Like, what was the breakdown? Initially, we asked because I believe you had stated this part that was on here. You said it wasn't your full salary, and that you were paid. I think Councilman Pfeiffer had asked you. You stated that your wage was higher. But how do you separate? How many grants are? I think it's 3 other people underneath you.
So it's I have one employee, which is the community liaison, which is paid 50%. We have our grants coordinator, excuse me, and then we have the chief resilience officer. However, the remaining amount in salaries is $115,945.
So each person is working, they're working on these gun violence, partnerships in the community. They're actually working with something that's measurable.
Correct.
What are they doing to other people?
So I'm 100%. I look for different grant opportunities. I attend our community safety collaboratives. I'm in a Lincoln Vibrant Communities Teams program that focuses on expanding our community safety plan. We have our community liaison, which is 50% on our grant. She's basically a program manager. She's helping implement programming. She's over our peer mediation program. We have our grants coordinator, which helps with all the budgeting as it relates to the DOJ grant.
Can you get me that document before we go on? It'll go to council. If I can get that, please.
Which document?
About the percentages and the breakdown. Thank you.
All right. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in the second round of discussion? Seeing as how there's no one else who wishes to speak in the second round of discussion, this is the roll call vote to send 250389-T, Grant Extension Budget Amendment, 2020 BJA FY 2020, Office of Justice Programs, Community-Based Violence Intervention and Prevention Initiative through September 30, 2026, to council. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Johnson? Yes. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no.
Oh, 8 yes, 0 no. That resolution was sent to council. Moving on to Resolution 250414-T, which is the Code Amendment Ordinance, Chapter 35, Personnel, Article 5, Working Conditions. What is the pleasure of the body?
Madam Chair, send to council.
There is a motion to send to council. Is there support?
Support.
Moved and properly supported by the councilwoman in the second ward. Is there discussion? In the first round?
Dennis separated it.
All right, no,
Madam
no, any
Chair.
discussion in
Madam
the
Chair.
second round?
Madam Chair.
We're in the second round, go ahead.
Yes, I was wondering, do we have a dollar amount as to how much this is going to cost the city? Through you to our CFO, do we have?
Mr. Moore?
Karina, stop the clock till Mr. Moore get up here. Karina?
Good evening, Mr. Moore. Do we know how much this ordinance would cost in additional salary costs?
We're working on that. We do not have the numbers yet.
Okay, so we don't know how much that, do we
No.
have a guesstimate? And knowing that it's a guesstimate,
The numbers that HR has, and this is a really rough estimate, you're talking in the hundreds of thousands, you're not talking the tens of thousands. But I don't know if that's accurate. I haven't run the numbers myself, so I really don't know. The one thing I would say is that I think something like this is more important to get it done right rather than get it done fast. If you pass it, you aren't going to be able to get it done this year because the way the passing an ordinance works, you have to have it on the table, I think, twice. You have to publish it in a newspaper. And I don't think you can, and I think then after that, if I remember right, and I'm not the lawyer, you might want to talk to Joanne about this, is I believe that then after it's in the newspaper, I think it goes into effect 30 days after it's in the paper. And I'd rather get it done right than get it done fast.
okay, so I can't support it without knowing how much it's going to cost the city. Thank you.
Anybody else in the second round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilman in the ninth ward?
Thank you. Good evening, sir. Do you know, I know you say you don't have the dollar numbers. Do we have an idea as to how many employees this will impact?
I will have that tomorrow.
Okay, so that's also, okay. Thank you, that's all I had now.
Anybody else in the second round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the second ward?
Thank you. So, in terms of allowing the employees to receive this time off, I think it's a good idea because people take a lot of hits working for the city, and I think this would be a great bonus to afford them the opportunity to spend this time with family. I don't see, and we already stated, people that are here stated that it's dead here. It's nothing going on. And so this will be a great opportunity to show the city the appreciation. And I don't see anything wrong with it. You know, when I hear, you know, when numbers being requested, sometimes we have to lean on just doing something for the good of the order, for the good of the people, because we have these employees, they show up tirelessly every day. And during the holiday season, you know, the holiday come quick. We have Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year. I mean, we'd be remiss not to do something for our employees, only for one day, so they can extend, so they can pretty much utilize and extend their time. So I'm totally in favor of it. I think it's a good idea. I mean, it's just good politics and good business. You know, whenever we want to compare municipalities, saying what are other people doing, that's definitely a great idea. But we also must look at the fact how much those people are getting paid as well. You know, a lot of people that work for the city, they take a hit. They love working, they love the city, so they work here. You know, and so this is just the least that we can do for the employees that choose Flint. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else in the second round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilman in 8th Ward.
Mr. Moore, when you do your research or your number crunching, can you also give us the PTO policy for the employees that will be affected by this?
Yes.
Thank you. I yield.
Anybody else in the second round? Councilwoman in the 3rd Ward.
Madam Chair, I have a question. I thought that days were negotiated by union of extra days that were off. They supposed to do that in a union contract.
My understanding is that this ordinance would only impact the exempt employees, would not affect the unionized employees. But
I didn't quite hear you.
my understanding is that this ordinance would only affect the exempt employees, not the unionized employees. The unionized employees have the right to negotiate that, but that's not something which the city council shouldn't be doing that. It might be, I would talk to the city attorney before you would offer a benefit without negotiating with the union. And so it'd probably be just the exempt employees.
So this is only for exempt only? So it's not for the whole entire city of Flint?
That's my understanding, yes.
Okay, I mean, because that's my thing. If usually you negotiate your extra days off
Right,
of your union. So if the whole entire city of Flint, employees of the city of Flint is not getting it off, why should we extend to exempt instead of them just using their time?
The unions normally like to negotiate their benefits.
So who are your exempt employees?
That would be the supervisors, the appointed officials, the department heads.
It'll be who now?
Be it the supervisors, department heads, appointed people. It would not be the people working on the street, working on in the clerical staff would not be the majority of the employees. Those employees are all unionized, and that would negotiate that with the union for that.
So it's not for everyone?
Right.
So it has not been negotiated that the other...
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm going to let you.
Okay.
I would say that if you offer to the exempt employees, odds are that the unions will request that the next go around. But
all right. Thank you.
Anybody else in the second round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
Hi, Mr. Moore. How are you today?
good.
Good. How many exempt employees?
I don't have that. Well, I'll have that number tomorrow.
Okay. And so, level 22, what are the job titles for level 22, so we'll know? Are these department heads?
The department heads would be exempt, yes. Supervisors, there's certain professional positions would be exempt. Appointed officials would be exempt.
What was the last thing you just said?
Appointed officials are certain. For example, the CFO is considered an appointed official. A police chief is an appointed official.
So you would have it all?
Right.
So this is for department heads?
Right.
No. It's not in your ordinance. But this is what he's saying.
I haven't gone through this. What I understand from talking to my understanding and talking to others is that this is only for the exempt employees, but I haven't gone through all the details myself.
Okay, so that's what you saying level 22 is. So, I mean, it doesn't look like it's ready. I mean, tomorrow is Tuesday.
Right.
So, I mean, we're not voting on this tonight without the numbers. Yeah, I'm not. So,
What's your point?
Through you to Ms. Burns, the ordinance says level 22 and below also is included.
Yeah.
So he doesn't, yeah.
So is Mr. Moore mistaken?
Yes.
I haven't read the ordinance, so I very well could be mistaken.
Okay, so in all fairness, if you have not ran the numbers to give you the time, because you should be able to speak to the numbers, and there will more than likely be more questions regarding the numbers. I think we need to allot you the time for that. I think that's just fair, because if you haven't read it, not here to, we can just wait till the numbers come in.
Yeah.
So, but I know that Councilwoman Mashat wants to speak before. Mr. Borley, did you want?
Waiting another week won't make much difference because it's, the way the process works for adopting an ordinance, it's not going to get adopted, it won't be effective for at least 30 days, so.
I get what you're saying, but before I vote, I would like to see, like, what is level 22B and below? Whose jobs? And what are their titles? What do they do for the city? Are they, are they non-essential? No, how essential are they to day-to-day operations?
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in the second round of discussion? Seeing as how there's no one else, I'll go ahead and take my time. Mr. Moore, I certainly appreciate you speaking to ordinances and how they work and speaking to this ordinance that you yourself have stated you've not read. I would have preferred for you to be able to speak to the financial piece. So I got a couple questions for you. Say no employee took the day off, the next day after Thanksgiving off. None of them used their PTO. Are we not budgeted for them to be paid already?
Yes.
We are budgeted for them to be paid already, correct?
That's correct.
All right. And so when we talk about it's not in the budget, this is already in the budget for them to be paid, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I just want us to be clear that this is not a budgetary issue because the money's already there. It's already there for them to be paid. So if everybody came to work the next day and no one took PTO, you would still have to pay them, and we've already budgeted for it, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So then the budget is not an issue. Again, we're talking about, I believe Councilwoman Burns asked last time what the county was doing. The county actually already gives everybody the day off of Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving off. Yeah, no, but I remember you said, did I take a look? I didn't at first, but I went ahead and looked, and yes, the county actually already has this off. I also want to point out, Mr. Moore, again, as you stated, you have not read the ordinance. It says 22B and below, and so the way that you're explaining it sounds like only department heads get the time off. And that's not how this works. It's everybody under there. Also, when we talk about union members and union workers, talk to plenty of union members and union workers, they want the day off as well. And so this is another thing that we're talking about. City Hall is closed to residents the day after Thanksgiving. So there will be no traffic. So if the union is a concern, the unions want the day off. If the budget is a concern, if everybody came to work the next day, we've already put it in our budget to pay them. So the budget is not a concern. The money is there because we've already budgeted for it. Also, if it's concerned about whether someone can come in and pay a bill, it's closed to the public anyway, so they couldn't do it anyway. And so there's no reason we shouldn't move this, and I'm deeply concerned that you came up here and gave absolutes to my colleagues about an ordinance you hadn't even read. At least if you're going to give them absolute answers, read the ordinance. If we're going to talk about budget and numbers, bring the budget and bring the numbers. We understand how ordinances work. That's our piece. We needed to know how the numbers work, which is your piece that you're standing in front of us telling us you do not have. Thank you. I yield. This is the roll call vote for 250414 Code Amendment Ordinance Chapter 35 Personnel Article 4 Working Conditions. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Priestley? No. Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
No.
Mr. Jarrett?
No.
Mr. Alamin? Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
No.
The vote is 3 yes, 5 no.
The vote is 3 yes, 5 no.
I'm on the numbers.
There is a motion to adjourn, and is supported by the councilman in the first ward.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
He needs to have.
Mr. Alamin? Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes. But they come up here and
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no.
that is a problem.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no. The time is 6:15 p.m. on Monday, December 8th. This meeting is adjourned.
Big goon walking around with, look at it. See?
No. No, I hear you. It's just, those things are scary. Okay.
They went outside. They went outside. They're running around. They're picking potatoes and carrying them. It's cold. It's cold. Yeah, but your job is regulated.
If I could have the council members take their seat and we will start the city council meeting.
Lynn. I like my middle name. MP. 5.5 weeks. What? What's happening? I don't know. Are you sure you don't know? I absolutely don't know. I don't want to surprise you, Judith. I honestly.
Can all council members please take their seats so we can start this regular council meeting? It is 6:43 p.m. and I am calling this meeting to order in accordance with Flint City Charter Section 3-201 for the purpose of the organization of the City Council. First thing we will do is a roll call. Mr. Alamin? Present. Dr. Lewis?
Present.
Ms. Johnson?
Present.
Ms. Priestley?
Present.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in.
Present.
Ms. Burns?
Present.
Ms. Mashat?
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Present.
Mr. Jarrett?
Present.
You have 8 members present. So the organization of City Council starts with the vote for council president. And the City Council shall elect from its members a presiding officer who shall be known as the president of the City Council. As always, I will call each member's name, and you will state the name of the member that you wish to elect as the president of the council. At the meeting held on November 10th, the council went 5 rounds before they moved on. Meeting held on November 24th, the council went 15 rounds before they moved on. So today would bring us to round 21, and that's where we're going to start, where we left off. And the next person to vote for president would be Ms. Mashat. So I will start with Ms. Mashat.
Candace Mashat.
Mr. Pfeiffer.
Judy Priestley.
Mr. Jarrett.
Winfrey Carter.
Mr. Alamin. Dr. Lewis.
Liddell Lewis.
Ms. Johnson.
Dr. Liddell Lewis.
Ms. Priestley.
Candace Mashat.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns.
Winfrey Carter.
That is 2 votes for Ms. Mashat, 1 vote for Ms. Priestley, 2 votes for Ms. Winfrey Carter, 1 vote for Mr. Alamin, and 2 votes for Dr. Lewis. Round 22. Mr. Pfeiffer.
Winfrey Carter.
Mr. Jarrett.
Winfrey Carter.
Mr. Alamin. Dr. Lewis.
Liddell Lewis.
Ms. Johnson.
Liddell Lewis.
Ms. Priestley.
Candace Mashat.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns.
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Mashat.
Candace Mashat.
It's 3 votes for Ms. Winfrey Carter, 3 votes for Ms. Mashat, 2 votes for Dr. Lewis. Round 23. Mr. Jarrett,
Winfrey Carter.
Mr. Alamin, Dr. Lewis,
Dr. Lewis.
Ms. Johnson, Ms. Priestley,
Candace Mashat?
Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent. Ms. Burns,
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Mashat,
Candace Mashat.
Mr. Pfeiffer.
Winfrey Carter.
3 votes for Ms. Winfrey Carter, 3 votes for Ms. Mashat, 2 votes for Dr. Lewis. Round 24, Mr. Alamin. Dr. Lewis,
Dr. Lewis.
Ms. Johnson,
Dr. Lewis.
Ms. Priestley,
Candace Mashat?
Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent. Ms. Burns,
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Mashat,
Candace Mashat.
Mr. Pfeiffer,
Winfrey Carter.
Mr. Jarrett.
Winfrey Carter.
3 votes for Dr. Lewis, 2 votes for Ms. Mashat, 3 votes for Ms. Winfrey Carter. Round 25, Dr. Lewis,
Dr. Lewis.
Ms. Johnson,
Dr. Liddell Lewis.
Ms. Priestley,
Candace Mashat?
Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent. Ms. Burns,
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Mashat,
Candace Mashat.
Mr. Pfeiffer,
Winfrey Carter.
Mr. Jarrett,
Winfrey Carter.
Mr. Alamin. That's 2 votes for Dr. Lewis, 3 for Ms. Mashat, and 3 votes for Ms. Winfrey Carter. Round 26, Ms. Johnson,
Dr. Liddell Lewis.
Ms. Priestley,
Candace Mashat?
Ms. Burns,
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Mashat,
Candace Mashat.
Mr. Pfeiffer,
Alamin.
Mr. Jarrett,
Winfrey Carter.
Mr. Alamin, Dr. Lewis.
Leon Alamin.
That's 1 vote for Dr. Lewis, 2 votes for Ms. Mashat, 2 votes for Ms. Winfrey Carter, 3 votes for Mr. Alamin. Round 27, Ms. Priestley,
Candace Mashat?
Ms. Burns,
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Mashat,
Candace Mashat.
Mr. Pfeiffer,
Jarrett.
Mr. Jarrett,
Winfrey Carter.
Mr. Alamin, Dr. Lewis,
Dr. Lewis.
Ms. Johnson.
Dr. Lewis.
That's 2 votes for Ms. Mashat, 2 votes for Ms. Winfrey Carter, 2 votes for Mr. Jarrett, and 2 votes for Dr. Lewis.
Madam Clerk,
Ms. Priestley?
I'd like to make a motion to postpone this vote until the next meeting on the 17th.
Support.
Ms. Priestley has made a motion supported by, Ms. Burns to postpone the organization of the city council until the regular council meeting scheduled for Wednesday, December 17th. We'll take a roll call on that motion. Mr. Alamin? Yes. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent. Sorry. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
No.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
The vote is 7 yes, 1 no. So the organization of the council will be postponed until December 17th, and we will move on with the rest of the council agenda.
All right, the time is now 6:52, and this city council meeting is now continuing, being brought to order. Madam Clerk, we don't need to do roll call again, do we?
No, you do not.
Oh, okay, sounds good. All right, so we will go on with the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Johnson, would you lead some Pledge of Allegiance?
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, so now it's time for the prayer of the blessing, but before we do that, we would like to honor anyone that has transitioned. Does anyone have anyone that they would like to acknowledge during this time?
Madam Chair,
Go ahead, Ms. Michelle.
I would like to ask for a special prayer for the Mixon Kills Perkins family in the past sudden passing of a family member.
Okay. Anyone else?
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
I would like to ask for a special prayer for my family. I lost my uncle on yesterday afternoon. I will be flying out on Thursday for a funeral. So special prayer for me to get there safely and back, and pray for my family. Thank you. And also I'd like to wish my auntie a happy 87th birthday, belated birthday, Maddie Guillory.
All right. Anyone else?
Madam Chair,
Go ahead, Mr. Jarrett.
would ask prayer and special thoughts for the Pam Scott family. Family
Okay.
of Pam Scott.
All right. Anyone else? Seeing no one else, I would like to acknowledge Ms. Beulah M. Meekins, Deacon Townsend, as well as a classmate of mine, Mr. Dominic Wright. So we will have a moment of silence starting now. All right. So now it's time for the prayer of the blessing. Councilman in the first ward, would you please lead us in the prayer of the blessing?
Sure. Dear Almighty God, as we gather here today, help us to lead with clarity, compassion, and courage. Grant us the humility to listen, the strength to serve, and the wisdom to choose what uplifts every resident of our city. May we set aside personal differences and work together with respect, integrity, and purpose. Let our decisions reflect fairness, justice, and the well-being of all our community members. Amen.
All right, so now it's time for the reading of the Disorderly Person City Code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of the Flint City Code Section 3110, disorderly conduct, assault and battery on disorderly persons, and will be subject to arrest for misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given one warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meetings. Now, time for a request for agenda changes and additions. Any additions? Okay, seeing none, I would like to add two. We omitted my discussion about consumers' energy, so I would like to add that without objection. In addition to, I would like to have the fire chief address the body in light of the recent fires in the city of Flint. So I would like to add those two without objection.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
are you adding them to the front of the agenda?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Are you adding them to the front of the agenda?
Well, council rules said that they must be added to the back. We do a special order. So if it's all right with the body, I would love to add them to the front after after council, after council response.
I mean, we can vote on it, but if everybody's okay with it.
Request for information?
Go ahead.
What are the two, because there was no consumers discussion.
It was
an
you.
add-on.
You adjourned
Oh,
the
okay,
meeting.
okay.
Yeah, you adjourned the meeting.
Okay, never mind.
And it was only 15 minutes, so
Okay, yeah, so I would like to add those two without objection
to the front of the meeting.
to the, right after council response.
Okay.
And so we're looking at approximately 10 minutes for each, if it even take that. All right, and that is ordered. All right. So we are moving on to public comment. So now it's time for public speaking. First speaker, Madam Clerk.
The first speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Hello, I'm Earl Mitchell. About the consumer powers, the dude didn't get up and talk for the chief, the fire chief, the retired fire chief, because the consumer powers done closed the people's on Court Street, closed them down and charged them all that. That's enough of that riff-raff. I'm gonna talk about the situation, what happened a little while ago with the people's downstairs. They act like this is the end of the year, and now they just finally come upstairs and address to them gang violence, shooting bullets going through the walls and killing babies. And the lady talking about she was disturbed. The reason why she didn't get it done because it was a shutdown for the president shut down stuff, and they blame it on Joe Biden. Joe Biden had no problem giving 20 other cities $200 million, but they ain't said nothing about Flint, and then you don't have to pay it back. The people's downstairs always trying to get away with the money like Miss Fields. I mean, like Miss Priestley over there talking that riff-raff stuff. And another thing about, look at Tarzan, look, about, Madam Burns. I went through the same situation Madam Burns went through about that, turning in that telephone to the city clerk. When I was trying to enjoy myself in the middle of downtown Flint, I was with the third ward council lady, but I realized around about 1:30, we were having such a good time in the middle of downtown. She said, "Where's my phone?" She had put it in the car, and I figured I better get her home because everybody wondering where she at. So I like to be you know what happened to that phone when the woman turned it in. I didn't want another situation happen like always getting Miss Burns trapped in a situation like she can't get it out. She always get out of her situations, and all that, like Watergate and stuff. But in the big, I was enjoying myself. Like I said, the big Woodson gun bought a whole club down there and built it up real fast in the middle of downtown, and he had black security guards, but the one that took a shot at Woodson, he didn't show up because Woodson gonna get his shot back no matter what. Woodson ain't no joke. The dude punching the hit Woodson right in front of everybody, think he gonna get away. But another thing about Happy New Year, America, and another question for the record. What about them lions on on Thanksgiving Day? How about that? Them lions, okay, and another thing, but Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and congratulations for them 2 turkeys the president pardoned, but he ain't pardoning people's coming overseas with that dope money. He shoot them out of water like he want to do the Flintstones. We the people like over on Golden Gate. That's where it all started from. Watch and see what Trump gonna do when he come to Flint. He gonna be just like Miss Priestley. Shoot up, kill all the homeless people in the house, like that dude say, blow them up in all that.
All right, thank
Stay
you
tuned,
so
America.
much, Mr.
All
Mitchell.
that.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
Next speaker is Stanley Wood.
First, Councilwoman Johnson, safe travels. Hope God gave you the strength to get through all this. I know it's tough. Tomorrow, December 9th at 11 a.m. in front of Judge Pickle, we're going to have Alameen versus Johnson PPO hearing. I think that's probably his 10th one that he's gotten on people. It'll probably go just as far. Special discussion about the sign language interpreter. I see we forgot that too. Or did we forget it? Maybe we're just going to blow smoke up Sarah Houston's butt. But she wasn't here today, so they didn't have to worry about it. Let's go on something more important. Imagine, if you will, a culture or a group that tries to change the nation, that looks at things like giving, getting, loving, and living. Well, guess what? That culture's coming to Flint. That culture's coming to the United States, but it's coming to Flint. Flint will be the second chapter of For the Culture, INA. And you guys will be surprised who our chapter president is gonna be. No, it's not gonna be me. But it's somebody I have a lot of respect for. Things are gonna change around here, you know? It's gonna take baby steps, but eventually things will change. We'll do what we gotta do, but we wanna make Flint better, but we wanna make the whole nation better. I guess that's pretty much it, you know, if everybody can be there to support Miss Jackson tomorrow in court. I believe it's something that she needs support for. I actually gave toward her legal fund for that. So I believe in her stating her points, and I don't believe she should be silenced by somebody that says they're afraid of her when you know damn well he ain't afraid of her. If anything, she should be afraid of him. I mean, she's not walking around carrying guns and trying to evict people, so.
Okay, the next speaker is David Peachy, but I believe he left. Next speaker, Sister Audrey Muhammad. I think she left. Rich Jones, I believe he left. Next speaker is James Moore.
Good evening, council, residents that come out. I hope you can hear me. I'm gonna try to do better. Coming up in 26. I'm a Democrat pledge and delegate. I need some help. They got 35 positions available in Flint, and I went through last year by myself, so that's 34 positions that I'm asking if you want to be able to say something on behalf of being a citizen and the citizens of Flint. Coming up in 26, we got 36 positions that we need to fill. I'm gonna run again. I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not, but if you don't get involved, your words don't get heard. If you don't come down here, your words don't get heard. If you don't stand up and call, you ain't gonna get no police help. So we gotta take some responsibility on ourselves as a community to get involved and do other than just complaining. You know, you gotta step up. We gotta stand up. God knows we done been through everything and God done delivered us through it. But our people have to step up. We gotta step up. We gotta get things done. That's all I have to say for tonight.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Dion Freeman.
Good evening, City Council. Got a couple questions, and y'all may have talked about this with the grant extension budget for the year 22. That was Resolution 250389T. Was that program to go for 3 years, 5 years? Because this is saying 2022. I just don't know if that was the name of the grant. Why is it still from 2022 and we're in 2025? It might be because this was a 3-year program or a 5-year program. So that's part of the question. Also, there are 3 resolutions on here to give monies to recast. Love recast. Recast is here every year. But guess what? Just like I've been telling plenty of people, I'm tired of money being spent on meetings after meetings after meetings after meetings. We go up, we learn something new and fun and fancy, and then we go back to our regular program station. What is actually going to change, or what measurables do these 3 entities give you all to follow up to say that what we've been doing is making a change? Everybody knows about ACEs now. Everybody knows about being trauma informed. But we know, what do we do afterwards? Where is some additional help for people who have learned about these things to go through counseling or some other training, something deeper than the same old program year after year after year? It's a total of $727,277 being given to 3 different entities to do recast. That's Genesee Health Systems, Greater Flint Health Coalition, and the Crim Foundation. Love all those entities. We do, there's great things going on, but when are we going to have some definable measurables where we can see that it is actually making a change in the people's lives whose money is being spent on? So I think that's all of my question. Hopefully, we can get something measurable. They can give you something measurable that you can bring back to us and let us know on a follow-up, or have these entities come back and give a presentation to tell us year after year what is actually taking place besides passing out stuff and T-shirts and buttons and just another meeting that isn't doing anything other than another great meeting. Thank you.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Billy Dantzler. Okay, the next speaker is,
Yeah. Yeah, so she's not inside.
okay,
Next
next
speaker.
speaker is April Stone.
Yeah, she is here.
Good evening. I'm addressing this council once again about my water situation. I have a leak from the water valve, the shut-off valve that comes to my house, and it has flooded my basement and ruined everything in my basement, my carpeting, my furniture, everything. Now, I was here at a meeting and I heard them asking for $500,000 for some stuff because the water meters weren't any good. But they came out to my house and told me that I gotta pay them $250 up front before they can replace the water meter that they already know ain't no good. And they came out and told me that they didn't know how to repair it. They'd never seen a problem like that, and all they could do was pack a nut. If they know these things ain't no good, why would they tell me I have to pay them for a part that they put in my house, and they forced me to put it in, told me if I didn't let them put, this was the third meter that they had put in my house, and that if I didn't let them replace it, they were gonna turn my water off. Now, they come up here and ask y'all for $500,000 for some stuff that they know ain't no good, but yet I gotta pay for some stuff that ain't no good that they don't know how to repair. I don't understand it. I also have a I wanna reiterate on that because the young man that came out, he said he had never seen that before. And they don't know how to repair them. Well, if they don't know how to repair them and they know it's some junk that they put in people's house, why do I have to pay for something that's some junk anyway? And then I heard that they were here on Land Bank before I got here today. I've been complaining about a garage that's falling over on my land from Land Bank. The first time they cut the grass, a good cut was this year in the first time in 10 years. They know the house is falling down. They know the garage is leaning over my fence, and it's not even 10 feet from my house. I don't want to be responsible and have my insurance pay for something that they put on the emergency list to be torn demolition 4 years ago, I think it is now. Raul was out, and we did a cleanup in there. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Ms.
That was
Stone.
a fast 3 minutes. Dang. I'll be back.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Beverly Biggs Levy.
My name is Beverly Biggs Levy. I live in the 3rd Ward. Leon, how many PPOs you gonna put out on folks? You doing Kiki mama? Your girlfriend's mama? I'd be shocked if you win that tomorrow. I really would. It's sad. And you guys go along with him. That's the even saddest part. LaShawn, why would you want Liddell to be the president? If you look at the council, she's been a horrible president for the last 2 years. Horrible. And Machad ain't no better. If y'all gonna do something, why don't y'all do it with the oldest person, as if it was a union? Jerry is the oldest person, but y'all do what you wanna do. But it's only, 2026 ain't very far, so we ain't gotta worry about that much more. But we need a change. When are you gonna find out that Leon don't live on Mott Street? They don't. Davina. You said it would only take 30 days. It's been well over 30 days. That was in August. September, October, November, December, 4 months that went by. You said that you working at it. It don't look like you working very hard at this. This is ridiculous. He don't live there. Then he lived down the street from Tanya, because he put the PPO on Miss Jackson on Tanya Street. So, and he's sitting up burning up these buildings like it's not allegedly, because how can you burn up a building that the light and gas is cut off? The insurance don't pay on light and gas cut off when you burn up a building. Y'all better wake up. Y'all looking at this criminal. And y'all think it's nothing. You hold your head down because you're ashamed. You are brutally ashamed of what you guys are doing. If y'all keep him in that seat, well, next year he'll be in the 3rd Ward. He won't be in the 1st. At the rate they going with that mayor, I don't know. Have a blessed day.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The final speaker for this meeting is Tanya Jones.
Good evening. My name is Tanya Jones, advocating for my son, which is part of the opioid crisis. First of all, I want to say I greatly miss Eric Mays. Eric Mays taught me about the medical pickups when it comes to my son, and I watched him. That's how I found out about the council. And again, I miss Eric Mays. So I want to say, I know my opinion don't matter, but Candace should not be president at all. But I see at all should be the president because she went to church with my son, Ebenezer, and with him fighting what he's fighting, my father from Black Lives Matter should be assisting me, and somebody that he went to church with. So integrity, all that comes together. I'm out here fighting. No, I didn't go to Ebenezer because I didn't think it was strong enough for me. But my son chose there. I give him freedom of choice because he's 31 years old. He's autistic, but still, just like somebody else on council's son is autistic, when you learn as they get older, you give him freedom of choice. I raised him to the best of my ability, but he has choices. But I'm his mother, so I'm an advocate. And when he mess up, I have 3 of them. If they mess up, I'm his mother. I'm gonna do what's best for him. Another thing, I see they got his 5 votes. Neely has his 5 votes today. So the council is open like the circus. So guess what? But God is real. So right now, as you can see, the council has his 5 votes. I can clearly see that. So whatever happens, people got to remain strong and understand God is real. So what they see right now might happen. Guess what? Some things bad got to happen for the good. Because just like me standing here today, if my son didn't go through what he was going through right now, I wouldn't have met the people I have met. I wouldn't have found out what goes on council. So sometimes things have to have the bad for the good. Because in the end, you got to remain strong and know that God is real. Another thing, Judy, 1655 Ohio. Please, before the year is over, would you please check on those people? You say there's so much that you can do. You stand right there. I see the photo ops or whatever you have with the mayor. Please check on those people. If I was in position, guess what? My job, I would check on them. They're paying their rent to a house that's condemned by the state. So I need you to do that. And these people, I know where the drug house is at. I know where the homeless at. When I leave here, I'm going to check on them. It's not my place to do the police job. So these houses, they're not burning down these houses. The arson not burning. When somebody's homeless, they're sitting there. When I go see them, they're at the same place. So my thing is, y'all make sure y'all check on the homeless, run the grant money or whatever you do. That's another topic too. So y'all have a good night and be blessed.
All right, Madam Clerk, is that the last speaker?
Yes, that was the last speaker.
All right, thank you. So public speaking is now over, and now it's time for council response. Any council member would like to respond to the public?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Burns.
For the city clerk, if you can make sure, I know that Councilwoman Mishad had put on for the discussion for the, sign language interpreter, but it was, as we were discussing, it was, because the meeting was adjourned, if we can make sure that that gets put back on, it is important. People don't know, my grandmother was deaf. And also, if we can, I know city, probably back on yours, since it's yours. Yeah, instead of a committee.
Or government.
But I don't know if we can put it back on today. I don't think, So, for the 17th, we'll be here all day. So we can put it back on there, because I don't want the community to feel that. I know it's been a slow process. I know you said, is it April that you are supposed to have all of the changes that needed to be done, or if you're going to be giving us an update?
Yes, April just speaks to federal requirements for your live broadcast, for the closed caption portion of your live broadcast.
So I know there are a lot of questions with this community to know what is, going on and where we're at with it. And looking at other municipalities, it is a fair assessment that a majority of them that you watch do have someone who is interpreting on their screens. And so we need to, this has taken a while. And then also, the abuse of PPOs is shameful. It's shameful because they're for women who really need them, and not to take them and use them to lie on. And this is an abuse of the system.
Thank you, Ms. Burns. Anyone else would like to speak during council comments? Go ahead, Mr. Alamin.
Just want to thank everyone again for speaking. Thank you, Ms. Freeman, for your comments. I definitely would like to follow up with you and see, share some ideas on some things you may have in regards to related to that. And I also want to reiterate that we're having a second annual holiday party at the May Senior Community Center on the 23rd from 1 to 5. I want to invite the community out. And I want to thank all the First Ward residents who have continued to support me, reached out to me, came to court hearings, checking on me and things of such. It's really a shame that Beverly Biggs, Stanley Woods, the biggest two hypocrites that come to council, the EBT queen, who has yet to pay her restitution, seem to be a little too obsessed with Councilman Leon L. Alamin. Y'all really, just like your ass.
Excuse me, I'm bringing you all to order. This is not your time, and Mr. Alamin, let's go ahead and watch our language. Proceed.
Point of order.
Go ahead.
We are not, 27.2, we're not to be argumentative at any time with the audience. He is argumentative with the audience.
point of information.
Okay.
Ain't nobody being argutive or nothing. I just addressed when he
So-
addressed when he cussed to me.
So, Mr. Elamine, so Councilwoman Burns, Mr. Elamine was speaking, and he yelled out a vulgarity provoking a council person. So we want to make sure that we're bringing you to order, Mr. Wood. And go ahead, and could you give him 10 more seconds on the clock, please?
No, I just appreciate it. Thank you to my residents who continue to support me. That's why I had one of the highest voting turnouts than any other council person for a reason, because they respect the leadership and the things that Councilman Leon does, you hypocrites who want to continue to come down here, speak all this, you're abusing PPOs and all of this. Learn the legal system, keep laughing, do what you need to do. That's why I'm still here and still representing my ward. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Wood, that is your first warning. Thank you. And that is your second. You're now removed from the meeting. You have a great night. Anyone else would like to? Anyone else will, excuse me, Mr. Wood, you cannot make a loud exit. According to the disorderly person subsection, you will be subject to arrest. Let's not disrupt the meeting. Thank you. So, and this is not funny coming from our body, so let's not laugh. Not funny at all. So, do we have anyone else for council response?
One thing,
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Burns, please. Go ahead, Ms. Mashat.
Yes, thank you so much. I do want to thank Ms. Stone. I know she's having some issues with her home and a couple of issues with Land Bank. Dr. Lewis did bring that up during the Land Bank presentation, so they have been made aware of your situation. I think Dr. Lewis has she has some more information for you, because I don't necessarily think it's resolved yet, but she does have some more information for you. I'm not sure what's going on with your home and the flooding, but I will help whomever is already looking into it, if anyone is already looking into it. Oh, okay. So Councilwoman Burns did send it, so we'll just kind of follow up on that to make sure that we get that taken care of, because I do understand that is frustrating that you have some equipment in your home that the city said that you're supposed to have, and it is malfunctioning, and you're still being held responsible for the bill as a result of that malfunction. So we will make sure that we take care of that for you. I also want to just really quickly, I know in October we passed something that a resolution talking about domestic violence, and we talked about how domestic violence is also verbal and how it's not okay for anybody to verbally assault anyone. Mr. Wood is already gone, but feel free to play this for him. If you recall, at one point in time, Mr. Wood actually called me all kind of B words and said F me and assaulted me verbally. And so he's standing here and saying men should treat women a certain way, men should be respectful of women. I would like to remind Mr. Wood, happy to play that video back for him, of how he verbally assaulted me, has yet to apologize, but is demanding something of someone else. I'll yield.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? So seeing there's no one else, I'll go ahead and take my time. I would like to second that Councilwoman Mashat, because he sat in these chambers and also called both of us the CUNT word repetitively. And so unfortunately, that is not behavior becoming of someone that's advocating for women's rights and women's justice at all. So we want to make sure that Mr. Wood is being in alignment with what he said that he's preaching. Definitely not the conduct that is reflective of someone that's fighting for such a movement as this. So as we move forward, Ms. Stone, as you hear, you are being taken care of. If the water issue does not work out, please contact me, and so we can continue to work on your behalf. Hopefully the Land Bank, they will address the issue that we've been working with for a minute, because we came and took pictures. You said you have more pictures. We want to make sure that we create a paper trail so they can have it and so they can work on those things. And then also want to use this time to tell Councilwoman Mashat, you have Lakeshore Apartments on Lippincott. They are condemned, and they just told the residents that they have to get out after they paid rent. So I have residents contact me. So I just wanted you to know that's going on right there in your ward. It's only a handful of people there, but they told them they have to be out two days after Christmas. All right, and the next one is in terms of the recast grant, Ms. Dion, So they have presentations. I'm on the recast board, so they do presentations of the grant award winners, and they talk about what they've done, and they give you those measurables. So I will see if we can have community log on to those calls as well, so you can get that information. All right. And last but not least, our room will be ready. So thank you, Councilwoman Mashat, Priestley, Johnson, El Alamein. We have a beautiful room that's going to be set forth over there at the YWCA. We have beautiful gold lamps, wall art, beautiful decor. It is amazing. So when they get it ready, I will be reaching out. Thank you all for supporting. And with that being said, we're going to move on to the next order of business, and it is the special order about consumers' energy called by myself. So, yeah, 5 minutes would be fine. So I saw on Facebook that someone said that they were shutting down the drive-through because they already shut down the the little drop box, at Consumers Energy. A lot of people use the drop box, so you won't get out the car, they continue to use the drive-through. Well, I was just informed that they will no longer have the drive-through. So you will either have to, A, pay online, B, walk in, or it's another option, can't think of at the moment. But I have communication from Raphael, and this is what he said. He said, "Dear Dr. Lewis, thank you for reaching out and sharing your concerns on behalf of the Flint residents. We truly value accessibility and equity in the services we provide, and I appreciate the opportunity to clarify the upcoming changes. In response to declining usage of the drive-through option, we have made the decision to transition to lobby-only service at the Flint Direct Payment Office. Effective January 1st, 2026, drive-through service will be discontinued. After this date, access to the drive-up lanes will be no longer available. Customers are being notified of this change during their December visits and through email communications for those that have opted in. For additional payment options, customers can visit consumersenergy.com/ways to pay." And he also stated that he'd be happy to schedule a call or a meeting to discuss the changes further and explore ways that they can support the resident during this transition. Please let me know a time that best works for you. Thank you again for your advocacy and partnership in serving the Flint community. Best regards, Raphael Turner, Community Affairs Manager and
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Mashat.
Did they say why they're closing the drive-through? Because it's definitely not for lack of use, because people use that drive-through.
They said lack of use. And so for the drop box as well as the drive-through. And so I would like to just pose this to the body, if you all.
Is it possible are they willing?
I don't see, we can extend that invitation.
Okay.
But should we do it before, 'cause I know we have a lot going on December the 17th. So do we want to invite them to the December 17th meeting? Or
Just put them at the top. We'll be here anyway.
I didn't hear you.
Put them at the top. We'll be here anyway.
Okay, so we will extend an invitation for them to come out, and so they can just break this down so we can see what we do, because they did say that they are open to discussing other options, and I want to know what those options can be. Because, at the Northside Payment Center, a lot of people, they are utilizing the drive-up window. You don't have to get out the car. You don't even have to put on real clothes. You go pay your bills, you pay your taxes, and then you pull off. And so I trust that consumers is no different. I will reach out to Mr. Turner so we can have someone come out and speak to council about this so we can work in the best interest of the residents. So I'm going to let the remaining time go to the colleagues. Do you have any other questions or comments about this? All right, great. Well, that special order is now closed. All right, so now we have a brief special order. I want to call the fire chief, Theron Wiggins, up to the front so he can discuss the arson in the city and bring a little clarity to what's happening.
Is this Madam Chair? Is this a 10-minute or a 5-minute?
Oh, well, I just said 5 for both, but if we need more, that'll be fine.
I thought you said 10.
Oh.
That's why I'm questioning.
Okay, well, go ahead and make 10 then.
Because I suspect this one's going to go longer.
Not a problem. All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chairman, and to all of the council persons that are here today. Thank you for your service. And I just wanted to have some words about what's happening in the city in regards to fires. We've had a rash of fires all throughout the city of Flint, and it is wearing on our troops as well as our fire trucks. With this cold weather that we have and all of the vacant properties, we're getting a lot of homeless people that are in these houses. One died last night at a fire, and it's unfortunate but they are starting the fires. Saturday we had a fire on Kansas where there was a family in there that was burned, probably 3rd and 4th degree burns on their bodies. They are clinging to life in the hospital. And so we are running night and day chasing these fires. That's just the homeless. What we've done for the homeless with the city administration and the fire department, we have 150 spaces for homeless people throughout about 6 different shelters in the city of Flint. We have 150 areas where these folk can go and get warm and get food, and we have set the rules that they can stay in those places safe. In the event of arsons, we have a person that's been trained by the state of Michigan and also the police department that is a certified police officer, and we call him out to do arsons and investigations, and also the police accompany him to do the arson investigations. Arson is the most easiest crime and very easy to conceal because it's done mostly in the dark of night. And most of the houses that are burning are vacant and dilapidated property. But what I would ask this body, I feel that people love watching the city council either on your TikTok, either on your Facebook, and whatever media that you guys display. I would ask that a lot of the rhetoric and the irresponsible things that you're saying over your network has a great effect of people starting fires. And what's happening is we have a young crew, about 50 young firefighters, and it's wearing them down. It's tearing up our trucks. Because just the minute when speech in this chamber goes out against nobody is doing arson investigation, nobody is doing anything, which is not true. And if that was said by me, it was a mistake, because we do, from the firefighters, we all go out and deal with investigating these fires. Do we find some? Not really. We have a person that's being arrested or was arrested for arson. He was in a vacant house living there, and he did start a fire, and we did catch him, and he's being prosecuted. And we are glad to have that, but most of the arsons go without being prosecuted because there's no one to do it. And believe it or not, when you take a case over across the street, the prosecutor wants to know the value of the property. If there's no value to the property, then they're not going to spend the time and the effort to try to put someone in jail because there's no value to the property. So the science of it all, we all need to work together. We all need to work together. I want to thank this council again, how you have, through the years, supported the fire department. You have supported us, and I thank Every time we come to ask, you guys support us. Because of your support, we ran 4,000 ambulance calls. We've saved those lives, 4,000. And we brought that money to the city for those responses. So we're doing all we can. Anything we can do any better, just let us know. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chief. And I would like to extend this.
Madam Chair.
I heard Ms. Priestley first, and then was that Mr. Pfeiffer or Mr. Jerry? All right, so go ahead.
So, Chief, just, and I've said this to you very loud and clear, that if we have arrested somebody, we need to make a big deal out of that. We need to show that we are serious about prosecution of arsonists and what they're doing to the city. And I also understand that many of these structures are going up because they are cold and they're hungry and they're feeding themselves and they're heating themselves up. I was driving down Woodrow a couple weeks ago, and I've said this before, and I saw people running from the home that was fully engulfed. And I was told by a neighbor that people had been living there, and so I assume they accidentally set it on fire trying to keep warm.
To your point, and if they're running out of that fire, and they started a fire just to keep warm, that's a sad occasion. And to arrest them and bring them to jail for arson, there's nothing valuable that's burning. Those houses are open and accessible.
Yep.
Land bank doesn't do their job to compact them together so they can't get into them. Even our Flint schools.
Yep.
Our Flint schools are wide open. I understand and I
Washington
applaud
School.
their accomplishments, but they have a lot of work to do.
But we need to make a big deal out of catching someone someone being charged with arson. We need to make it a big deal to show that we are serious about prosecution. And that may be a deterrent, it may not be, but we need to make that loud and clear. I'm going to say it again, because I feel strongly that this is the only way we're going to be able to start limiting the number of arsons in the city. Thank you.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Chief, thank you for your presentation. Do you have any evidence on who is starting these fires?
Evidence, meaning that...
No, do you have any leads on who is starting any of these fires?
No.
No, you don't. So you come up here and you spew out asinine comment that we are causing these fires.
I mean, I didn't hear you. Can you say that again?
I said you have zero evidence and zero leads on who is doing these fires, but you come up here and spew an asinine comment that the rhetoric on this council is causing people to start fires. Now, how ignorant is that? That makes zero sense.
First of all, to answer your question, Mr. Pfeiffer.
What proof do you have that anybody watching
We
a
do
video-
have evidence,
Okay.
and they are in jail as we speak.
And they said that, I got inspiration from watching a city council meeting, so I went out and burned
Their reason for starting a fire is between the investigators. We don't come out and display why people started a fire. That's up to the prosecutor, that's up to the police and the court system.
So obviously, somebody said that they watched a city council meeting and said, I went and started a fire.
I didn't say that.
That's exactly what you said.
You said that.
No, that's exactly what you said.
You said that.
That's exactly what you said. You said that the rhetoric on this council is making people go out and start fires.
I said, are you going to deal with him?
Man, yeah,
RL, please.
Please have I will take, RL, would you please have a seat? I'm bringing you to order.
That was just
Thank you.
irresponsible comment.
And hold on, and let me say that, go ahead, let's stop the time. We're going to stop the time. I want to make sure that this is a respectful dialogue. We don't want this to be argumentative per the rule.
He accused us of being arsonists.
Wait a minute. Excuse me, the chair is still chairing. So I want to make sure that this is not an argumentative dialogue. So let's make sure that we just reel it in. and let's talk respectful amongst one another, especially with the chief. So let's go ahead and, can you put it back at like 2 minutes? It's probably when it got a little loose. Well, no? All right, well, just in case somebody has something else to say. So, go ahead, Mr. Pfeiffer.
I'm done.
Okay.
Mr.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Mr. Pfeiffer, in respect of what your comment just was, I wasn't saying that every councilman. I said that sometimes people will misconstrue what is said in the council, and they take it as read. And we have proof that the fires increase. When the comments come up, the fires increase. We have that data that it increased. And I said, we all are fighting for the same goal.
Okay, Chief, so we have Councilman Burns. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we add 10 more minutes so that everyone gets a chance? Because I think these fires are affecting everyone's ward.
Yes, it is.
Well, sure, let's put, we'll put a motion on the floor to see if the body would like to add an additional 10 minutes. So is there a motion? I mean, support?
10 more minutes?
Supported by the councilman in the first
really?
ward.
Mine is quick.
So, roll.
Thanks a lot.
So, roll call, Madam Clerk. This is to add more time to the fire discussion.
I'm sorry, Mr. El Alamin supported, but I didn't know who made the motion.
Councilman Burns?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer? Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. El Alamin? Yes. And the vote is 8 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no. Go ahead, Ms. Burns, you have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief, for being here this evening.
Hold on, Ms. Burns, real quick. Can we still have our minutes? So it should be like 11:06? Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
There's something wrong in the background. Is that just a police thing, or is that somebody's?
I can't hear. Oh, all right.
It's gotta be.
All right, we're
He
bringing you
should
to
know
order,
better.
Mr. Taylor, in your movie. Thank you. All right, so go ahead, Ms. Burns.
Thank you. Chief, thank you for being here, because I do have questions. So I was the one who did state at our last meeting, because during budget hearings, when we are to have dialogue and asked you, I did ask you, what are we doing for, we have arsonists, and we have very good dialogue if you go back and watch, and I'll email it to you. And so you did state that you were not doing anything at that time. You had stumbled across someone. So I know that it's gotten, we have to talk about it because it's a problem. And I do know, because I've been to the homes, several of them, and I know that they light fires. I don't know if you were in here, a lot of them like to go to the older homes where there's a natural fireplace because they can burn in there. I've had several burn down to the ground where the homeless, and I literally made a call and asked them, I agree, arresting them doesn't solve the problem. What I do know there's a problem is there may be 150 beds available, but it's probably 300 to 400 people that we have that are homeless. Market rate rent is not a rent people can afford at $1,200, $1,400. It's just not. And all these people, they're not bad people. They just fell on bad times.
Yes.
So with that part, but I am concerned Thanksgiving Day. Literally, we could not turn after the ladies who are here with us, the coalition, Tanya and Debbie, and I call it Detroit Street still. Fire engines were from everywhere. From Rankin Street, Consumer Powers was out. 3 homes that were a week ahead on right down from Christ Fellowship were burned. Then Rankin, then Genesee. There were so many fires. And at the
home?
Yeah, they were just the whole area, just engulfed. This was Thanksgiving Day, and then I worry about the toll it's taken on the firefighters with running the opioid, because they're showing up. And if you're doing fires, you're doing opioid, usually you get a run, but the runs, it seems like it's constant now. So that part, how is their morale?
Morale is good. They get paid every 2 weeks, and we get them the best equipment. And the ambulance, we have 42 people in the ambulance services. That's all they do. And then the rest of them are firefighters. They switch on, and we get the job done.
Okay, I know I am concerned about that because we have an opioid crisis, and we also have arsonists. And I'm going to agree with, and maybe you misspoke. No one here is inspiring people to start fires. Not at all, because it's dangerous. And the close proximity with the home in the city of Flint is very close, just a driveway. And depending on which way the winds are blowing, those winds can easily blow over to someone else's house. For instance, when you showed up on my street, the night that you did come out, when the home on the corner of Berkeley and Balance, not the building, the old medical building, you came out. Everyone, we had to go outside of our homes because the wind was blowing, and it was to catch they evacuated 5 doors down. And so when we talk about this, I am deeply concerned because like you said, they're lighting them up, they fall asleep, and it's very real as the temperatures drop that we are going to find people who are deceased and frozen.
Yes, ma'am. To your point about the message, mixed message.
I'm sorry, can we pause the time?
That's the thing.
That's the fan?
That's the heater, I think.
That's the heater.
Oh, no, there's static. There's static.
Oh, I can't. I don't hear anything.
I was trying to get my ears up here.
All right, so Mr. Mitchell, we bring again.
Madam Chair, is that coming
bring it
from
to
one of
order.
our speakers?
I don't hear anything.
I can hear it, but it is.
Yeah,
But Councilwoman Burns, when I spoke that we weren't doing anything, our arson investigator was not yet qualified, getting out of the police training and being trained to do the arsons through the police department. Now we are.
And that's great, but I think when we say, because I think all of us have dealt with fires in our wards.
Oh, absolutely.
And I literally woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to a fire that could have burnt down 3-4 homes on my street.
We were wondering why you were up so early.
I threw my clothes on and ran down.
Okay.
So my other concern is St. Mark. We had a fire bombing, and there were some protocols where they wanted to come out, and I think that, I don't know where we're at with no one's arrested or charged. May have been arrested and taken it, but I know that the ATF is investigating that. But I want to make sure that we follow through on that because no church should be firebombed. I mean,
Well, we don't know if it was fire bombed. We don't know that for sure. It was
No, I do. I
firebombed.
saw the video.
Well,
He walked with 3 cans of gasoline. He lit it. He had rags. He poured it in there, and it was firebombed.
He started a fire. I mean, that's just your language of fire bomb.
Okay, set on fire. He had, no, not my language. There's video. I watched the videos.
Okay.
And I saw the 3 gasoline cans.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, and from 20 different angles of cameras.
Yes, ma'am.
It was, to me, that is disturbing. We don't get black churches. That reminds me of the civil rights when they were trying to get people to vote, and that was the only place that black people could congregate. And we should have taken this serious. And I am with Councilwoman Priestley that when we get someone, she's saying, let's let everyone know and let's set an example that arson in our city is not to be tolerated, that we're taking it serious to highlight. And if the prosecutor isn't prosecuting the people, when you get them over there, then that's something we need to work on and speak with our city attorney to make sure. Because if you're you have suspects or likely looking at the situation, because some people will burn a house down or burn a building down for insurance. And we know that things that they look for, burn patterns. It was a building occupied. Those are things that in other key factors. So we have a problem with that. If the prosecutor isn't doing his job or over at that office, that's something that the city attorney needs to speak with him and council too to make sure that you can't just burn down the city. because they're also burning down other homes too.
Yes, ma'am.
So-
It's called burning of real property. That's a 4-year felony.
Yeah, exactly. And they look for those key things. It's a list that they look at before they say, okay, this may be arson, which then takes the investigation to be much longer. So I just want to, I understand how Councilman Pfeiffer his sentiments, because we're not stating at all that, go burn a vehicle, or go burn a home. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. I never will.
Okay.
Not ever going to do that, because I have had to deal with someone who had to come home and after they pulled out 5 dead bodies.
Yes, ma'am.
And so when I've seen that and how it affects families, and it affected my family, it's serious. And so I want us just to be more proactive and to have good dialogue to solve the problem.
Yes,
and that's
ma'am.
why I asked you in May, was there anything we can do during budget time? Because I think that your staff is being overwhelmed. It's a lot on them. You're picking up people from drug overdoses, fires, it's a lot.
We're happy to serve.
Thank you.
All right, so anyone else?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
Through
Mr.
you to the
Elmina.
chief. Chief, what are some solutions that we can do as a community and as a council to assist you to maybe help try to curb some of this? I know myself, Councilwoman Lewis, Councilwoman Machette, we had went out, we installed fire installers in people's houses, smoke detectors and things like that. I know that can be a step towards educating the community as well, but what are some of the solutions? I hear a lot of the problems. What are some of the solutions that you think we could do?
We do a tremendous job of prevention. We put in around 2,500 smoke detectors in houses. We're not having a whole lot of fires in residential houses. If they are, they're very small because of those early warning systems that we've installed in those houses, and we're yet doing it. As a matter of fact, we are hiring about 10 part-time people, and that's all they're going to do, Council President, is put up smoke detectors. I don't need you no more, because we're going to put them up ourselves. So we're doing all we can preventive-wise. Education-wise, we're in the schools. The problem, as Ms. Burns is speaking of, is the rash of arsonists. People love to start fires, and we have to make ourselves a committee, police, fire, the law officers over in the county, prosecutors, that we can come up with a system also that we can monitor who it is and hone in on who is actually doing the burning, and take them down, as they say, hang them from the highest tree, or have them have a press conference and show them to the public what happens to arsonists, I guess. But we got to make sure that they are
So
guilty.
engage in the community and so for having you guys all work collaboratively. Engage in the community, having you guys all work collaboratively.
Yeah, engage the community more, make sure that people will talk. People burn houses or want them to burn because they want the vacant lot.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, and there's people in and out there in the summertime, the kids are playing in there, causing trouble, so somehow that house catches a fire. My problem is, as a fire chief, my job is to save the house or save the community as well as not get any of my firemen injured. So with these young firemen, if that house is fully involved, it's safer for me to keep my men outside rather than have them to rush inside to an inferno. And so a lot of times it gets out of hand, and
Madam
we see
Chair.
it get bigger and bigger, and that's why we lose the whole house.
Thank you.
All right, so go, yes, Ms. Majette?
Yes, real quick, Chief, because we're going to be done with this discussion. I just want to say, you always want to get to a point where you hear the words, "We no longer need you," but it stings a little bit.
I was just kidding.
We will still install smoke detectors because, as you know, it's something very near and dear to my heart and to my family. And so, you have some more people, but you have extras as well. Just more bodies, more homes.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
All right. And hold on, Chief. So before you go, because I didn't get my opportunity to speak, so if possible, can we add? I would like to put a motion on the floor to put 3 more minutes on the clock so I can have my opportunity to speak.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion for 3 more minutes.
Thank you. Thank you. Made by Councilwoman 7th Ward, supported by the Councilwoman in the 3rd Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat? Yes. Mr. Pfeiffer? Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin? Yes. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no, so that 3 minutes passes. So I just wanted to comment in the sentiment of what I heard the chief saying. So my interpretation was a little different than Mr. Pfeiffer's. I didn't hear the chief attacking the council and saying that that we are directly in correlation. I'll say that we're telling people, hey, go out and start fires. But unfortunately, we have a Councilwoman Burrs on her platform. When she speaks, she said that he's not doing his job. And so when those things are being said,
Point of order.
What is your
Point
point?
of order.
What is
Do
your
not
point?
speak. You're not going to sit up here and lie today. I spoke to what he stated, which I just did. And so you might need to mind your platform and not mine.
Okay, I'm bringing you to order. Let's go ahead and let's stay germane. So unfortunately, when we have that kind of messaging going out stating that you're not doing your job, then other people may feel at liberty
Point of order.
to. What
You're
is,
speaking to my motives.
I'm not
I stated what
speaking
he
to your
stated
motives.
during that meeting in May. So you need to say it and do it correctly, please.
Ms. Burns, again, I'm bringing you to order. You cannot use frivolous motions to take the floor.
not a frivolous
And
motion.
so you will receive a warning if you do it again, and if you do not have a valid point of order or point of information. So unfortunately, this is the rhetoric that goes out to the community. You know, when because it's been stated from this seat that my fingerprints better not be on the board. And my question to you is, she speak of a video. Were you privy to the video that she's talking about with the person and the gas can and stuff? Well, that's a problem, because how can a councilwoman who's not a fire chief get vital information that you need to make arrests and to do your job? And so it needs to be.
Request for information.
Yes, what is your request?
Thank you, because this is directly, because the fire truck was there with the gas can in the trash can. So the fire department was there, so that's how he would have gotten that. So that's your question.
No, it's not. You said it was on video, Ms. Burns. Ms. Burns. Ms. Burns. I'm bringing you to order, and let's not interrupt me again. We can giggle, but you can get a warning. And so she stated that it's on video and that she saw it. If she saw it, you need to see it so we can arrest these arsonists, like Councilwoman Priestley is saying. Sure. It doesn't make sense if our council person is privy to information that you are not. And again, it is concerning, because you can't go on a platform talking about how someone is not doing their job, because if someone is saying, hey, I'm leaving the gate open, people going to go through the gate. You understand what I'm saying? So the fact that you're stating that you're not doing your job, why won't I go burn down buildings? Because some people feel that them burning down, well, I'm not talking about the homeless. I'm talking about something different. People feel like they're doing the city a favor by burning down abandoned buildings. Since they're not going to tear it down, let's burn it down. That is true. And so we don't want people thinking that our fire department is not doing their job. But furthermore, we really don't want you not receiving the information that our council person in the 6th Ward has. So I would like to compel the councilwoman, please, let's make sure that the chief and his staff and appropriate authorities have access to these videos.
Request for information.
What is your request?
Do you know that the chief has the fire report? It's not just the report. It is also the video, so he can read it and view it via video. He has to report along with the ATF and the Michigan State Arson. So the ATF has them. Those reports are readily available. So he already has them because they're already
Okay,
in the
so
process.
thank you, Mrs. Burns. Back to my point. She said we had video. I would encourage you, Chief, to request the video, because several times it's been said from her seat that my fingerprints better not be on the bag, on the can, and stuff like that. And that is insinuating that I have arson, that I'm conducting arsonist behavior. And that's totally untrue. So we want to make sure again that from this body, we're giving good information. We're giving true information, not conflicting. So I can see where that could be misconstrued, where Mr. Pfeiffer thought that what you were saying, but I took it totally different. So we can't talk down to our public safety officials and expect people to respect your work. We all must work together. So thank you, Chief. All right, so that special order is now closed. And now we are moving on to the consent agenda.
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Priestley.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
All right, motion has been made by Ms. Priestley and supported by the councilman in the first ward. Any separate, and is this with the approval of the minutes as well?
Absolutely. The consent agenda, per our rules, consists of all communications, minutes, etc.
Perfect. Okay, so any, and supported by councilman in the first ward. Any separations?
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
I am asking the council to separate Resolution 250406T for a typographical error that needs to be corrected.
2501.
Okay, so 20546T.
250406.
Got it. All right, any more?
Yes.
Go ahead, Ms. Burns.
I would like to have separate, because I did not get the documents yet, which would be 250410.
All right,
What page is that in?
410. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, I was looking at 01.
All right. Any more?
Yeah, not, but it, no, not that one. I want 250389. Wait a minute, yeah.
389, which
Yeah.
is what page?
Page 8.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Hold on, so you said 389?
389.
All righty. Is that all? All right, so seeing that there's no more, the consent agenda will include appointment 250412, 250402, 250403, 250404, 250405, 250407, 250408, 250409, 250411, 250415, 250413, and 250414.
That didn't come, 414.
You said 4?
414 didn't come, and 410 is in the consent.
Through the chair,
Mm-hmm.
the introduction of the zoning map ordinance does not have all of the required documents.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, you're kidding.
All righty.
So, Madam Chair?
Go ahead.
No, yeah, separate.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, 404 didn't pass, 413. Got it.
I'd like to separate 250413.
413, got it. All right. All right, so that will include the consent agenda. So roll call, Madam Clerk.
Request for information.
Yes, what's your request?
Madam Chair, can I have you go through the list again, just so that I'm clear?
You asked me to do it again? Okay. All right, so, yeah, it's a little easier if I tell you what it does not include. So will that be okay if I read what it does? Okay, so what is separated is 250406, 250410.
No, that's not separated. That's not separated.
Okay, well, I heard it's separated.
Yeah, it was wrong one.
She had the wrong one.
Okay, I didn't hear that correctly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll start again. 250406, 250389, and 250413.
Correct.
Yep, so all those are separated. Everything else is going to pass with the consent agenda. All right, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
And the vote is 8 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no. The consent agenda passes. So now we are at the first separation, which is 250406.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead, Ms. Mashat.
I make a motion to approve 250406-T, which is the grant acceptance for fiscal year 26 budget amendment, CSMI Foundation, event policing and public safety.
I'll support that.
All right, so supported by the Councilman First Ward first. All right. Any discussion in the first round?
Madam Chair,
Go ahead, Ms. Mashat.
through you to the clerk, I believe that there was an error in this, and we just need to have that corrected.
Correct. So on the resolution itself, in the table under grant code, it lists the grant as PCSM-events 25.
Should be 26.
However, in the resolved paragraph, it lists the grant code as PCSM Parks 25. So that resolved paragraph needs to be corrected to show that the grant code is PCSM Events 25. So I'm asking council to amend it to a .1 just to make that correction. Everything else in the resolution is okay.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion that we amend with the changes as read by the clerk.
Support.
All right, so there's a motion to amend it, and it is supported by the councilman in the First Ward. Okay. And this will be amended to a .1?
Yes.
All right. So do we have any discussion?
There's no discussion.
Nope, okay, got it. All right. So we are voting to turn 250406 into a .1. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no.
Vote is 8 yes, 0 no, so 250406 is now a .1. All right, so now we are voting to.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion to approve Resolution 250406.1.
All right, supported by the councilman in the First Ward. Any discussion in the first round?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
Madam Clerk, just to be clear, this is for fiscal year 26, so should this be PCSM Events 26 or 25 is correct?
No, I was told that the 25 is correct. That was the only change. It should say events instead of parks.
Okay, so that grant code doesn't correlate with the fiscal year at all?
I don't think so.
Seamus.
Mr. Bannon is here. He's the one that asked for the request.
Seamus? It's good? Okay, then I yield.
All right, anyone else in the first round? Anyone in the second round? No one else in the second round? Will we vote to approve Resolution 250406.1? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer? Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no. Resolution 250406.1 passes. All right, so now we're on to Resolution 250389. Does the separator want to make a motion?
I gotta look for which one it is.
I would like to send 250389 to council.
Okay, so this is
Yes,
council?
Council.
I'm sorry, for approval.
All right. Supported by the councilman in the first ward. Any discussion? Any discussion in the second round?
Oh, I'm saying yes for the first, thank you.
Oh, go ahead.
Through you to the clerk, Madam Clerk, did we get the information?
Are you speaking about the revised budget? Is that what you're asking?
No, this is the one for, I don't know what you're saying revised, but I'm speaking as to their percentage and breakdown in pay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it.
Request for
And I went
information.
through,
And what is your request, Ms. Shep?
Go ahead, Madam Clerk.
Nope, I did send the referral right after you made it, but I have not gotten anything back yet from anyone.
Request, no. How do I word this? Is it possible that because the speaker explained it standing there that she probably didn't think she still need to send it?
no.
She acknowledged that she was gonna send it.
Yeah.
She did acknowledge that she was gonna send it again? Okay, I didn't hear that part, okay. I believe Seamus might be able to help you. But you have the floor.
He's motioning.
But you have the floor.
Yeah, I gotta give him time to get up here.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
but
didn't
gotta
say,
go
you didn't
through-
ask
gotta
if
go
he
through
could
Liddell.
come.
But he's coming, I'm looking at her too.
Yeah, but go through Liddell to bring it
Yeah,
up.
Seamus, could you please go back?
Don't walk all the way back, Seamus, just right
Yes.
there.
Yes,
Just right
hold
there.
No, I'm really
Excuse me.
serious. Go back.
Excuse me, this is, we are on my time, so through the,
Madam Chair,
Yes.
yeah, that's
No,
immature.
no, let's do
Yeah,
it
she on
properly
the power
through the
trip.
chair.
Madam Chair,
Let's stop the
You on a
disrespect.
whole
Go
power
ahead, Miss.
trip.
Go ahead, Madam Clerk.
if I may,
Madam Clerk,
gonna
I
go
can't,
to
I can't hear you. Our colleague is talking.
Mr. Bannon just sent the information that Ms. Burns requested, so.
Oh, okay, that's fine, but we will make sure that we go through the chair.
I'm not doing power trips.
And we don't have to. That's fine. Okay. So, all right, so anyone else in the first round? Anyone else in the second round? All right, well, we'll go ahead and call for the vote. And we are voting to approve Resolution 250389. Roll call, Madam Clerk. And this is for the grant extension for the CVIPI program.
Ms. Mashat,
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett,
No.
Mr. Alamin? Yes. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson? Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Burns is not in.
Ma'am? Great. All right.
The vote is 5 yes, 1 no.
The vote is 5 yes, 1 no. That resolution passes. So moving on to the last separation of the.
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Mashat.
I'd like to make a motion that we leave this in council until we get the proper information for it. It's introduction of first reading of ordinances. It's 250413-T Code Amendment Ordinance Chapter 50 Zoning Map. The attorney stated that there was some more information needed. I'd like to move that we leave it here.
All right. Supported by the councilman in the first ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Pfeiffer's not in. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin? Yes. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson? Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Burns is not in. Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
Motion to adjourn.
Madam,
Oh, did you need something?
I
I'm sorry.
wanted to make a final comment.
Oh.
I
Oh,
wanted to discuss the zoning real quick.
okay, well,
There was, I find it, so Ashley Capital has been waiting for this rezoning for quite a while. This and the vacation of Robert Street, I believe it is. Don't quote me on the name of the street. And I find it appalling that we can't get it done when it needs to be done. And I want to beg administration to please have the vacation of the street on the next agenda, as well as the proper documentation so that we can approve this and get that building built. Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
all right, thank you, Ms. Priestley, for that. I echo that sentiment. Motion to adjourn by the councilwoman in the 7th Ward, supported by the councilman in the 1st Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Jarrett? Yes. Mr. Alamin? Yes. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson? Yes. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Burns is not in. Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no, and the time is now 8:18. This city council meeting is now adjourned. Have a great evening.